News 9 Severe Weather Report.
All right, folks, this will be a live update. Severe weather quickly ramping up across parts of South Central into southwestern Oklahoma here. Let's go to Links 1. Let's go to Links 1 first. We have the tornado watch in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. This is a special watch. It's a PDS watch, which means that conditions are favorable, not just for, let's just say, low-end tornadoes, but this watch just means that conditions are favorable for strong to possibly violent long-track tornadoes, okay? Now, again, not everybody's going to have a tornado in here today. Not everybody is going to have, severe weather in here today in this zone, if you will. But the potential is there. The atmosphere is prime. We're very unstable. The strong jet stream is right over Oklahoma today, and that is the perfect scenario to get big-time severe weather. The instability in the atmosphere is extremely high. So, again, this is going to be a big afternoon, potentially running from Oklahoma City down to Lawton, down to Ardmore as these storms continue to increase. We might just end up with 2 or 3 or 4 storms, or we might have more than that. Less is better because any storm that develops has the potential and the likelihood is up there fairly high to produce tornadoes. Okay, so that's a tornado watch. That's the first one in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. It does include Oklahoma City. Okay, let's go to Tom. Let's get an update from Tom Pastrano. He's now coming into this storm right here. And Tom, the updraft, the storm is getting stronger just to your south. You're coming in on it. The mesocyclone is getting stronger. Can you see the rain-free base? I think I can see it there as I look out your windshield. Give me an update.
Yeah, David, I can see the updraft, and it's a very stout updraft. I can't see any bases yet, but we're closing in really fast. I can tell you that the air ahead of it is extremely hot and humid with temperatures well into the 80s. So it's got plenty of fuel to keep the storm going. Back to you, David.
All right, great job there, Tom. Tom is just a few miles north of the storm. We have the right side of the updraft. The rain-free base is back in here, and Tom will be there in just a matter of a few minutes here. Okay, let's go back to Links 3. And again, nothing right now in Oklahoma City. We have supercells beginning to develop over here in Pottawatomie County, eastern Cleveland County. These are all mini small storms, but man, look at the shape of these storms, folks. They're going up spinning. These storms are going up spinning. I can't say it enough. You folks in Shawnee, Prague, up into Lincoln County, you've got to pay attention to what's going on to your south. These storms are going up so hard and so fast that they will produce tornadoes quickly. Okay, that can certainly happen on a day like today. These all have developing hooks on them, okay? This is the beginning of an outbreak of severe weather, and it's unfolding right now. It's happening right now. Now, these storms are going to pass, again, east of Oklahoma City, okay? But from Shawnee, again, they're going to go from, Pottawatomie County towards Shawnee, and then let's go ahead and zoom on in here, take a closer look, and get our cities straight here. Here's Shawnee. That's a supercell north of Wanette. Allen's coming in, and I tell you what, Justin, I'm thinking about, we got Allen. We might want to get Hank over here, at least for now. I'll tell you what. No, we have Vaughn coming in from the north. We have, never mind. Keep Hank where he is. Okay, your mic's not on. Okay, I heard you, though. Vaughn's coming in from the north. That's fine. That's good. We've got J.D. and Stroud. We've got Allen going east. Allen's going to intercept that. And these storms are going to move over north-northeast now at about 40 miles per hour. These are all supercells. These are all going to become severe, and these all have a chance of producing tornadoes. Are they all going to? We don't know yet, but they all certainly could, okay? They're in an extremely unstable environment. Now, here's the problem for Oklahoma City right now. This is coming out of Lawton. It's moving northeast. We'll switch radars here. And this storm it's gone up really hard. It's severe. Winds right now are going to be 70 miles per hour. It's going to go on and just west of Lawton. Tom's coming in from the north. And I'm looking at Tom's shot, okay? Here's the rain-free base. Here's the hook. It already has a hook developing. And let's go to shear rate. Anything on that? Getting a little bit stronger. What about velocity data here? Anything on shear rate that looks okay? Yep, right here. There's the rotation now, beginning to increase southeast of Chattanooga, folks. That's going to Lawton. And then this is going to come right up the turnpike. It's going to come right up the turnpike. If it dies, great. If it doesn't, it could give us some big-time problems here. All right, so Geronimo, it's going to go west of Geronimo on and just west of Geronimo, not by much. Right now it's going to have quarters and golf balls in it, and it's going to head up northeast, okay? It's going to go right up and parallel I-44. What'd you see on shear rate? Anything?
Nothing. No.
Nothing too crazy yet.
David, we've got
There
a
it
track
is.
ready if you want to show that.
Okay, yep, we'll do that. Okay, look at that. That's increased now.
Yeah, that's the latest scan.
That's the latest scan. Okay, doing a storm track on that. Again, it's changed some, and it's going to change a little bit, but right now in Oklahoma City, this is downtown Oklahoma City, pretty close to 5 o'clock. All right, more at about 4:45. Okay, more at about 4:45. That's with this cluster of storms down here. Is this going to change and evolve? Yes, it will change. This storm could weaken. It could intensify. It's going to merge with probably another couple of cells down there, and then those are going to get stronger as they push off to the northeast towards Oklahoma City. It's going to come right up I-44. So if you know anybody who lives in Chickasha, back down to the southwest, it's early afternoon. It's only 3 o'clock, and storms are well underway, and these are severe. These are large storms that are rotating, and they're going to come right up I-44 towards Oklahoma City. The tornado threat today in any one of these storms, it is high. The chance of a tornado today, again, it is high. The chance for a strong to possibly a violent tornado today with one or two of these storms, it is strong, okay? So don't unplug. You got to stay with us here on News 9. Trackers are out. We've got Jim Gardner in place down here, and we're going to be checking in with Jim coming up here in just a second. Let's go back to Tom. Let's go back to Tom and Rob and get an update. And Tom, I know you know this. That storm is hauling, so you're not going to be able to sit very long, but it's moving northeast now at about 40-plus miles per hour. I know you can see the updraft there. Give us an update on what the storm looks like visually as you're there looking at it.
Yeah, David, right now I'm looking into the storm. I have noticed that the lightning has been increasing in the last 5 minutes. I don't see anything threatening just yet. It looks pretty ominous, but, yeah, I don't see anything that's really imminent of a tornado just yet. Back to you, David.
Okay. All right, Tom. Great job. Tom's going to be, he's on the front line of defense right now. Tom is right there looking right at this storm. And, again, this is going to be the developing mesocyclone, okay? Developing mesocyclone currently there. Location on Gardner right now?
Let me turn him on.
Okay. Just want to just get an update on how close he is. I see him. I've got him on links too. Yep, I've got him. Okay. Hey, Greg. Yeah, I got you. Just have him drop down towards Geronimo. Stay east of the storm. He'll get in. He'll be nice on the east side. He'll look back to his west and southwest. Okay. But just have him stay east of Lawton and east of Walters, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so that's a storm now that is severe. Okay, let's go back to these storms. We're doing a storm track on the storms now east of Oklahoma City, and not everybody in here is going to have these storms, but we've got 1, 2, 3 rotating thunderstorms. They're small, but they all start small, but they go big, right? And the atmosphere, once again, is very unstable over here. So from East Norman, Lake Thunderbird, there's a storm, one south of Tecumseh, and one north of Ada. All right? And any one of these storms, if it goes in the wrong direction, can and will produce a tornado. All right, doing a storm track, Little Axe moving in nearly right about now, Kanawha, 308, Lake Kanawha, 314, Tecumseh, 318, Bethel Acres, 319. You guys over here, you've had tornadoes. You know what it's all about, okay? Stay weather aware this afternoon to the east of Oklahoma City right now. Prague at 351, Chandler 4 o'clock, Payton 401, Stroud 415, Cushing at about 4:30. A ways away from Cushing, but we really have to watch these storms. Let's go back to Links 3, and let's zoom in on these storms down here. We got a new storm going up northwest of Elgin there. Do you guys see that? Right over Mount Scott?
Yep.
Okay, need to keep an eye on that. I don't like those little things taking off to the northwest. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so let's zoom on in. And Alan Brosey now is coming in from the north here. Let's check in with Alan and get an update. Alan, a little shower going up right on top of you. There you go. You got some raindrops there. Alan, that storm to your south of Tecumseh, it's cyclonically sheared. It is spinning. It's going to be south of Macomb by about 3 miles is where the circulation is. And, Alan, it's going to go right over Tecumseh. Remember the speed today, Alan. Stay ahead of these things. Give me an update as you look off to your south.
Okay, David, that's correct. We can see a couple of them visually and on radar to our south. They all look like they're spinners. We are getting ready to get off here at 177. We can take a better look at it visually. We're not going to get too far from I-40, though, because these things are on a race and we'll let you know what we find. Back to you.
All right, Alan. Be safe, Alan, today. It's going to be a wild afternoon. We hope not, but we already have storms. Now we just have to worry about what these storms do when they get a little bit stronger. But, Alan, your storm is almost severe now south of Macomb, okay? It's almost severe. We're just about at that level. Okay, let's go back to Links 3. Let me show you where Alan is. He's here. This storm is rotating. This storm has weakened a little bit. That's a good thing. All right, that storm is weakened. We don't need any storms today. We don't need any rain today. We don't need nothing, right? But that's not going to happen. We're going to get storms, and we don't need any more water. We have just a horrible flooding situation going on from central off into northern and northeastern Oklahoma. All right, so we're tracking that. That storm is not quite severe. All right, it's not there yet, but it is a supercell, and it is going up. All right, let me see where Jim is. Jim's coming south. Okay, let's jump south here down towards Wynnewood. Talk about the storms here at Kanawha. That's a supercell. That's a rotating storm. I know it's not very big. That's okay. It's lifting north. Another severe storm now southwest of Hart, southwest of Stratford. 2 supercells here, both rotating. And then we've got the other storm in southwestern Oklahoma. Let's go to Jim Gardner. And Jim has a visual, and this is just one of the updrafts. Look at that shot, folks. Look at the vertical wall of that updraft. Going up, there's the anvil, back sheared anvil here. That is a vertical wall. Jim Gardner, you're closing in on those storms. Give me an update. You're looking at the storm there, probably, I'm guessing, to your west, but you're going south. Give me an update on what you see with that storm right there.
That's right, David. We've just been watching. We've just been commenting on that. Now, I believe that's the one that you're talking about that's over Mount Scott that is really starting to go up. But we're still going southbound. We're going to pick that one up coming. That's right pretty much over Lawton right now as it comes through Lawton. But, yeah, David, these storms are going up fast. They're going up hard. I can already see the anvil from the one over Lawton over the top of us here. So they're going to be huge rotating supercells, David. We'll keep you updated. Jim Gardner live from Bob Mills, Scottish 9. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Jim. And Jim's going to get down on these severe storms that are in southwestern Oklahoma that will be making their way towards Oklahoma City. Great job there, Jim Gardner. And it is so comforting, and it really is, folks, for the Oklahomans at home watching right now to have that man in the air, because nobody has seen and tracked more tornadoes in the air than Jim Gardner. And I'm talking not just in Oklahoma, not just in the nation, but globally. That guy has seen more tornadoes than any other pilot from a helicopter in the world, okay? He's the best, all right? He's the only one that I trust. All right, let's get back to it here. Let's go to Links 3 and take a look at it. And, again, we've got now maybe another supercell. We do, developing with a hook developing west. This is going to be southwest of Lawton. Got a hook here. And I'll say it again. These storms, when they go up, they're going to go up quickly, and they're going to try to produce tornadoes relatively quickly. At least they certainly could. The atmosphere is set up like that, okay? It's an explosive atmosphere. The instability today is very, very high. The atmosphere, we're very unstable. Strong jet stream. Tornado watch in effect for all of central, southern, southwestern Oklahoma until 10 o'clock tonight. It's a PDS watch. That is a particularly dangerous situation. It just means that storms in this area, all right, running from Oklahoma City down to the southwest, any storms that go up in this environment today have the potential, in the green box here, that's the tornado watch, have the potential to produce tornadoes, not only just several, but possibly an outbreak, and at the same time produce strong to, again, maybe some violent tornadoes, okay? And those are the tornadoes, we worry about all of them, okay? We're going to track all of them, but we worry about the tornadoes that are, again, the EF3s, 4s, and the 5s. Those injure and hurt, and we lose more people to the violent tornadoes around the nation every year, okay? Those are the ones that we're worried about, and this is a day, this is the afternoon and evening where the conditions are favorable to get those types of tornadoes. All right, so let's go ahead and zoom on in to southwestern Oklahoma here. Take a look. Jim is coming in from the east. He's going to drop in here. We're going to take a look at these hooks. And Tom is, let's see what Tom's doing right now. Justin, what's Tom doing? You've got him south? Okay. You've got him south? I got you. Yeah, okay. There's the area of circulation. Looks like it might have weakened a little bit on the last update.
Yeah.
Okay, are you good, Justin? Yeah. Okay. You need some help? No. You got it? That's great now. Okay. All right. Okay, so we have one supercell here. This is coming into Lawton. All right, it's coming into Lawton. Jim Gardner's coming around the east side here. And we're going to go back to Jim here in just a second. And then we have another hook down here. All right, so let's go back to Tom and get an update from Tom Pastrano. He's going down I-44. And Tom, give me a good detailed update on what's going on. I know you're right there in I-44 looking at that area of spin down to your south and southwest. Tell me what's going on down there.
Yeah, what it looks like is the storm is trying to organize. Got a lot of precip, and that rain-free base that we had kind of filled in with precip. And I think what it's trying to do is kind of anchor itself to the southwest. And sometimes right as it's doing that, it could really explode, and we can get a circulation. But right now I don't see any rain-free base or any circulation. Back to you, David.
Those two areas, again, Tom, just to your south. So right now you're shooting through the core. So let me see here, Tom. I'll tell you what. Justin, let's get him. Yep. Hey, Tom, you need to go south. Let's just keep going south a little bit farther. And you have good roads. You have some pretty good roads. You can either get south and then get back east, okay? Then we'll get you back over to Highway 7. But let's keep going south. You're almost in the sweet spot down there. You're close. You're just a few miles north. You'll be in position here another 2 miles south, and you'll be able to see it. It should be right knocking on your door. Can you see the updraft now, Tom? Can you see it now?
No, not
okay.
yet.
Okay. All right, well, yeah, just drop a little farther south, okay, let's go back to Lynx 3. And, all right, so we have two supercells in very favorable environments to produce tornadoes. Okay, this is going to be south of Lawton. Once again, these storms are going to head towards central Oklahoma. All right, we got a storm up here going up north of Lawton as well. Keeping an eye on that. We'll see what that does. And that's a storm that we're going to have to reckon with. That's trying to go up. And that's the one that Jim Gardner was looking at when he was live just a few minutes ago. And now Jim's coming in from the east, and we'll take a closer look. Okay, storms to the east of us here, they're going up. They're supercells as well. Let's take a look. Let's switch radars here. And, okay, this one still has its act together, still has rotation. It's going to be south of Shawnee. The Stella, Lake Thunderbird storm, it's gone up, and it's weakened. Okay, that's weakened. That's good news for us, okay?
There's still no lightning in any of that.
I know, right? And visually from our trackers
Yeah.
and radar.
Looks like there should be a lot of lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be. But we're still calling them storms, right? These are highly sheared thunderstorms developing right now. And again, this is going to come into and just south of Tecumseh. Allen's coming in from the north. And Allen's going to come in from the north. And then we've got other supercells developing between Stratford and Hart. All right, so we've got several over here. And this will not look like this another hour from now. These are going to go up. One's going to go away. We're going to have storm mergers going on. So there's going to be some changing, but the bottom line is the atmosphere across all of central, southern, and southwestern Oklahoma is set up for strong, possibly violent tornadoes today, very large hail. Tennis ball, baseball size hail today with some of these storms. Not everybody's going to get baseball size hail, just like not everyone's going to get a tornado, right? But those that do, that's what we have to watch out for. We got to track this. Do you have something, Lace?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, everything's still looking good.
Okay. Let's go back. Let's jump back into southwestern Oklahoma. And I'll tell you what. Hey, Justin. Rudisell, we need to keep an eye on this Apache thing. Yeah, I don't. Who does?
Val's looking at it right now.
Okay.
Because he's coming through Elgin right now.
Yeah. But I also want to get Val. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but we might have to bring Hank, possibly west. We might have to bring Hank possibly back to the west here. Okay. Let's go to Val Castor. I'm going to take his shot. And Val, I tell you what, these storms are going up. We've got the one now just to your west over Mount Scott. That storm's going up. We've got the big storm just south of Lawton that I know you can see as well. So Val Castor, Amy Castor, you're closing in hard and fast. Give me an update on what you're looking at right now.
All right, so David, our camera shot that you're looking at right now, as soon as all these trees get past, is the base of the storm you were just talking about north of Lawton. The one that's going up north of Lawton, it's moving almost due north from our vantage point. It just went up. Right now, it does not look that significant, but it is strengthening pretty rapidly. So we're watching it, also watching the one back to the south of Lawton. And, David, we cannot see the base of the Lawton one yet. We're starting to be able to see the updraft. and looks pretty stout from what we're looking at here. But give us about probably 10 more minutes, and we'll be able to see the base. Back to you.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And again, Val's watching both of these storms. Let me show you. Look at there. Look at the updrafts. Let me just look at Val's shot here. Look at the crisp updrafts going on. The anvils, when Val pans up, you can see the anvils blowing off. And I know Val's looking at this. The anvils look to me like they're really, really hard. They're really, really crisp coming up. Now, these are still small storms. This one is over Mount Scott. But it's not quite severe, but it is getting stronger for sure. Okay, let's go to Jim Gardner. Let's look at the storm now that is down here. And there you go. And Jim, yeah, pretty impressive storm. What's the base look like? There's the updraft. There's the back edge of the tower. Wow, look at that. What's it look like down low? Boy, it is really, really going up hard and fast. Jim is on the east side of that storm. Jim Gardner, give me an update as you look back to your west and southwest.
Well, that's right, David. We're still kind of inching. We're right on the edge here of maybe being able to get off air, but right now you can see the back side of that storm. This is a huge thunderstorm, Dave, but you're now looking at the base of it here. What we're seeing just to the west right now as we keep panning to the right, you're going to see the front of it right there, but you can see the base right there. So we're in a really good spot to let this storm move up on us here and be able to catch anything that happens. But like I said, you saw the back side of that. That is the front side of it. You can see it right through there, kind of through the haze. Right there, you can see the bases of it. So we're in a really good spot, David. Right now, I don't have any cloud to ground lightning or anything like that, but very impressive storm on the backside. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills. Scott News 9, back to you.
Great job there, Jim Gardner. And look at the backside of the tower. That is a vertical wall of a rotating thunderstorm. That's what a mesocyclone looks at about 3,000 feet up. Look at the crispness of the anvils here off to the back. It's going up, and it's called the back sheared anvil. There's the updraft. Look at the cauliflower sticking out. There you go. Look how rock hard and crisp that cauliflower look is right there. And then we have the feeder band coming in from the east. See this low-level moisture? This whole thing is spinning. This whole thing is spinning from left to left there. Rich Kriegel, running the camera, excuse me. He's our photojournalist with Jim Gardner, always is. And he's the best in the business as well. And look at the inflow coming into this thing. So this is what we have to watch. This is a concern, and this is going to go right on top of Lawton, okay? Right on top of Lawton. Let's go back to Links 3.
And David, in Elgin, the public schools there are holding students until this storm passes. So for folks that have kids at school in Elgin, they're just going to hold them at school. It's 3:20 right now until this severe storm is past Elgin.
Yeah, great idea. I mean, yeah. Do they have the option to pick their kids up, or are they just going to hold them?
That's all the information I have right now.
All right. Well, so
I don't know if that means just buses or.
Right. Okay. Well, there's Elgin. Okay. And so right now they're going to hold the kids in school until this storm passes. Okay. That's for you folks that can hear us down there or watch us down here. Okay. But this storm now, this is about ready to move into our viewing area from the south. We get down into northern Comanche County. But southern Caddo County, Apache, you folks need to be watching this. And Anadarko that are listening right now, that are watching, that storm is going to become severe. It's a big storm, and it's getting bigger, okay? It's going up really hard. And look at the anvils in Jim's shot. Look at the clear blue sky. Look at the updraft on that storm, folks. I mean, that is a straight vertical wall of a storm that is clearly spinning. That is a very, very impressive storm right now. Okay, we'll see what it does. Might not produce a tornado. That'd be a great thing, right? That would be amazing. Just give us a little hail, a little wind, and we call it good. But once again, the tornado watch is out. Obviously, that will go in effect until 10 o'clock tonight for all of Oklahoma City down to Lawton. Now, what I'm worried about is these storms continue to develop, the one near Apache and the one down here in Lawton, and those are going to ride up I-44. Those will eventually make their way up towards Oklahoma City. Let's go to Links 4 and doing a storm track on that. And I just keep getting pulled back into Jim Gardner's shot there. I just keep going back to that. Okay, so Elgin at about 3:37. All right, our friends down in Elgin watching, 3:37. Rush Springs, 3:45. How about Ninnekah, 4 o'clock. Blanchard, 4:30. Midwest City, 5:10. And again, Oklahoma City downtown at about 5 o'clock. That's the way it looks with this cluster of storms, all right? But we've got to worry about this one. There might be other storms developing out in Caddo County and also back into Grady County. Other storms can develop in here, okay? That hasn't happened yet, but if that happens, they would be sooner, or they would be here sooner, obviously a lot quicker than this would down here, right? But Val's on that storm there. And let's go to Val Castor. Let's get Val back in here one more time. And Val, you're closing in there on that storm now that's going to Caddo County. What do you think? Give me an update as you see the updraft. Tell me, Val, just visually, when you look at the Elgin storm, what do you think visually? What's it look like to you? Is it really hard? Is it really strong in structure? Does it look like cauliflower? Give me an update what it looks like.
Well, okay, David, look at the storms right now. The Elgin storm, I mean, it's just outside of our window here to the right. The updraft tower's on it. Not quite as strong looking as the one to our south. And I have a feeling that Elgin storm, it's a new storm that went up on the advancing warm front or the warm air, the Cape coming back up. It looks like to me it went up on that boundary. And that boundary is pretty much on it right now. But it's a legitimate storm, David. It just doesn't look right now. It's not doing anything at the moment. We're watching the base of it, and there's nothing really particular that stands out at the moment. But both of these storms are strong, and we're watching both of them, David. Back to you.
I know, Val, and I tell you what, this is kind of the white knuckle ride right now till we figure out exactly how this is going to play out as far as what storms become dominant. Not every storm is going to be big and bad, right? But we could get several storms that are giving us all kinds of fits with large hail, damaging winds, and with that tornado threat. So once again, the atmosphere, if you're just joining us, very unstable, extremely unstable, strong jet stream overhead. Conditions are very favorable for tornadoes, and they're very favorable for strong tornadoes. And maybe, possibly, if we get a storm that could become and stay isolated and really get big, could produce a violent tornado. All right? That's our concern this afternoon, is that we get a stronger tornado than just 1 or 2 or 3 weak ones. Is that the atmosphere is set up that we get a larger one. Okay, so Jen's telling me in my ear that OU is now closing its Norman campus. All right, at 3:24, everybody out. OU campus is shutting down, and you know what? That gives everybody plenty of time to get home. That's a good thing, and that's a real good thing. So I'm all in. I'm all in on being proactive on days like this. I'm all in, and I think that's a good call. Okay, so Oklahoma City, nothing right now is coming into the metro the next hour unless something develops right on top of us. Okay, everything is to our southwest. Okay, everything is to our southwest. We have one storm there. Let's go back to southwestern Oklahoma. Then we're going to jump off to our east. Let's switch radars. Just make sure. What's this look like? Okay, is that weakened some? Okay, looks like that's weakened some. That's good. The Apache cell has weakened. All right, then we have the Lawton storm, and you know what? It's going up. It's definitely gone up, but it's not like in hyper overdrive mode. Okay, it's not triple red alert right now. It is still a strong storm. It's a severe storm. What you got?
There's still storms down in Texas that are lifting that way. Just wanted you to make sure you saw those.
I just saw the Seymour. Yeah, and these are going to be other supercells here. Okay, let's go back up with Jim Gardner. Jim is right here. He's looking right back at the updraft, which is right there. Look at the hook on that. And there's the updraft. Look at that shot. Look at the convection in that storm. I mean, it is really, really going up, and the convection just continues to build in the updraft area as the new updraft and the updraft continues to regenerate itself. So, Jim Gardner, I know you can see the top and the back of the storm. Can you see down low? Go ahead and give me an update on what you're looking at right there.
No, Dave, we pull back, like I said, you're looking at the back side of that. We pull back, we still, at our altitude, is pretty hazy. Every now and then I can catch a base in there, but it's really not doing too much right now, David, but it is still building. This storm is still building. It's still a large thunderstorm. I really don't see too much cloud-to-ground lightning. It looks like there may be a lot of heavy rain up in front of this, which we don't need either one, Dave. We don't need any more tornadoes. We definitely don't need any more rain moving into the city. But again, this is still going through its stages here. This is not over by any chance here. So again, we'll keep tracking it, David, and keep you updated. Jim Garboin live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Jim. And that's the backside of the updraft. That's that Lawton storm that's going to go right up I-44. And again, coming into the metro, we'll see at about 5 o'clock. Let's go to Tom and Rob's shot. And Tom now on that storm. He's been on it here for a while. Tom, you can see the updraft. And it's basically It's out your window. It's to your right. And you're now giving us a view. There, oh, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom.
We got a wall cloud.
Here we go.
Southwest.
Here we go. Here's the wall cloud now. Tom, zoom in on that for me. Let me see what that's doing. Let me see these tags in here.
Yep.
Go ahead. Zoom in tighter. Zoom in tighter.
All right.
Is that as tight? There you go. Okay. All right.
The lightning is increasing rapidly. Right now we've got just strikes all around us.
Yeah.
And this is slowly rotating.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay. That is the wall cloud of the storm now that is south of Lawton. And this storm is going to make its way up I-44, whether it's on or just south of it. This storm is going to try to make its way at least up toward central Oklahoma. All right, look at the wall cloud here. It's starting to fill in. And, Tom, you might have to drop a little farther south to get out of that rain there. You might have to drop a little farther south. Okay, so.
Couple minutes, just wanted to give you a shot.
No. I know. Thank you. I know. You know what you're doing. I'm just, just to get out of the rain. Let's go to Jim Gardner. Jim Gardner, go ahead. Let's go to Jim Gardner from the air. There's the wall cloud now. There it is. That's the same shot that Tom has from the ground. That's the shot right there. Jim, again, beginning to rotate. Give me an update.
Yeah, that's right, David. I'm dialed in here, but man, this wall cloud formed pretty quick. Now, when we came over here, there was an actual funnel hanging from the bottom of that, David. It's still pretty high base, but it definitely was, when we first rolled around, there was a little funnel hanging right below that wall cloud right there. I am starting to get a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning in front of this, and a lot of rain in front of it. But again, as we get closer here, we move in on it, David. It is starting to get very distinct, a very distinctive wall cloud. And like I said, when we first rolled around, I swore, man, there was a pretty good little funnel right there hanging underneath this. So again, this is that storm. This is the backside of that storm we've been showing you all the while here. You see all the lightning coming out of it now, David. So it's definitely in its building stages here, and we're in a really good spot if you still have our shot.
Yeah, that shot looks incredible, Jim. And shot looks incredible. There's the wall cloud, and this is going to be just southwest or west of Geronimo. Okay, Jim's, let's go to Links 3. I'll show you what this is. Let's go to Links 3, is that, okay? So that is that. That's looking due west from where Jim is. And there's Jim Gardner in Bob Mills, Sky News 9. He's looking off to the west, okay? There's the hook. It's getting better and better organized. Okay, there it is from the ground. It's not going to do anything that we're not going to see. All right, we're going to see it. So Tom has it. There it is right there from Jim Gardner. And Valcaster coming in from the north. The wall cloud getting better and better organized.
It's about 7 miles southwest of Geronimo.
7 miles. Let's go back to Links 3.
Southwest.
Oh, you got it. Sorry, my bad. 7 miles southwest of Geronimo. There's the hook. And right here, see the hook? So this is all open. There's the mouth. This thing is breathing. The mesocyclone is right here. This whole thing is breathing, bringing in very, very unstable air from the southeast. And, folks, we got to watch this. This is going to make its way up into southeastern Caddo County and eventually Grady County. Let's back out here just a bit to get our bearings straight here. The way it looks right now, this is probably, it might go into southeastern Caddo. It's going to Grady County before it's all said and done. Yeah, it's going to Grady County. No, I mean, we've been saying that the whole time. It might try to come into southeastern Caddo County. The Apache storm is not doing too much right now. The Apache storm is not doing a whole lot. It's going up 281, but we need to watch it, all right? We need to watch that. Anything, Justin, what does Bobby see from his perspective up north where he is? Like locally, anything? Does he see anything? Okay. Okay. Okay, and also your mic's not working. We like hearing you. We like hearing you. Just tell one of the engineers there. Okay. All right, so here it is, Supercell down here south of Lawton, and this thing is having a hard time moving northeast. It's not.
I feel like it hasn't moved very much at all.
No, it's not moved.
It's almost like it keeps regenerating on the south
Same
side.
area. Right. Wonder if that's in the higher dew point area. Okay, so that's a supercell. And once again, this is going to move across Comanche County. It's going to go into Grady County, which is going to be Chickasha, Rush Springs, Marlow, back down to Geronimo. Okay, it's going to go right over Cox's Corner. Then from there, it's going to go to Rush Springs. And from there, it's going to kind of parallel and south and east of I-44, or pretty close to I-44, as it comes in out of the southwest. Okay.
Is that a funnel in?
Let's go
in
to
Tom's shot, both of them. It looks
yeah,
like
I'll tell you what. Let's go to Jim Gardner. Let's go to Jim. Get an update from Jim. He's right here. Jim, it looks like it's tightening up. It's not quite there yet, but the wall cloud is more than pronounced. Give me an update.
Well, that's right, David, and it is getting more pronounced as it keeps building. I think it's still in the building stages, David. It's still oscillating a little bit. It's not really defined yet, but it is trying to get its act together here. And like I said, we're in a really good spot here. Like I said, when we first turned around and spotted this, it looked really defined there. Then it kind of fell apart when we went on the air. But again, you can see it's starting to reorganize a little bit here, David. So again, we're like, it's still pretty high. It's still pretty high base, but again, we're sitting well, actually, we're back down to 2,000 feet now. We were at 3,000. We're back down to 2,000 feet now, just sitting on the east side of this, watching it, David. So again, we're in a really good spot. Like I said, the lightning has really picked up in front of this, and the rain. But again, this is on the back side of what we showed you earlier, that back big cumulonimbus cloud building on the back side there. This is right on the back side here, and we're watching it very closely, David. Jim Carver reporting live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Jim. Stay with it, and we'll see what it does. We hope it doesn't do anything, right? This is down in Lawton. This is down in Comanche County, but the problem is that this is headed northeast, right? This is going to come up into Grady County, and obviously there's the wall cloud. Right now it's slowly rotating. It's slowly rotating back down into Comanche County, but it is severe. All right, let's go back to Lynx 3. And then we'll talk about the storms off to our east and southeast of Oklahoma City. So we'll keep these shots up there for you. And again, here's Jim. And we have other supercells trying to develop down in southwestern Texas, right? So we'll see what these do. Right now, nothing crazy with those, but we need to watch. We got to watch every storm today. We really do. And we've already had some that have gone up. They just haven't been able to sustain, and they've died. They've gone away, all right? So great. But it's going to be these 1 or 2 or 3 storms that are able to hang on and survive in this extremely unstable environment with the jet stream overhead that are going to really, really try to ramp up. And those are going to be the ones that we're worried about, that do produce tornadoes. Remember, we have that PDS watch in effect for central, southern, southwestern Oklahoma. That's in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. It includes all of Oklahoma City now with these storms. There's the tornado watch, and now it goes all the way up to Tulsa. So we're not just having problems here, and we're not just going to have problems here. We're going to have a few, and obviously up in the Tulsa area. All right, so all the way in this line, tornado watch. This is where the air is extremely unstable, and we have that strong jet stream overhead at the mid-levels and also at the low levels. All right? Okay, let's go back to take maybe the watch off. Take a look at it here. That's a tornado watch in effect till 10. Let's talk about the storms over here. Vaughn Castor is in one of those. He's right here looking at it. And he's on this little heavy downpour of rain, but these things are going up cyclonically sheared. They already have hooks on them, right? So Vaughn's on that. Okay. Do we have Vaughn in the system, Justin?
Yeah, he's on Storm 9 there.
Yeah. Do we have him?
Yes, we do have him on there.
All right. Let me talk to Vaughn real quick. And Vaughn, obviously, it really, the atmosphere is set up to get tornadoes. We all know that. You're on that little storm there that's going up just to your south. It's cyclonically sheared. It's going to parallel 177 as it gets into Lincoln County there. What do you think looking at it visually? What's it look like to you? Go ahead.
I tell you what, it's going up really hard and quick. By the time I got off of 177 south, this thing went up really, really quick. Started getting a pretty heavy rain shower off to the northeast of it. So we pulled over here. I was headed to that one that was South Shawnee, but this one is going up really hard. So we got to watch every one of these, David.
All right, no doubt about it. And Vaughn's right there. Let me show you where Vaughn Castor is. And again, this is one of those days where we double our resources with our sister station in Tulsa, Channel 6. And we're again, one company, right? We own Channel 6. They own us. We're all in this together. And when we have severe weather, we help them out. When we have severe weather, it's vice versa. So that's what we're doing today. Vaughn Castor, that's Val's brother. He's on this storm right here, okay, over McLeod. And it's not very strong, but you can see the hook on it. It's going up, cyclonically sheared. It's still lifting almost due north. So Vaughn's going to keep tracking that north up into Lincoln County. Okay, let's go to Tecumseh here. Let's go to Alan Brosey. and get an update from Alan on this storm. And Alan, your storm, it's not exploding right now. It's gone up hard. It's kind of holding its own, but visually, what does that storm look like to you? I know it's small, but we need to watch these storms carefully. Alan Brosey, give me an update.
Yeah, it's small, David. We're showing you the updraft base right now. It's still high, fuzzy, and we had rain but no hail. Storm is real elongated at the point at this time, and it's moving pretty quick. Justin is going to hold us up here for a minute and just kind of evaluate what's between us and the storm south of us, but we'll keep an eye on it. Back to you.
All right. Great job there, Alan, and we'll keep tracking that. So there we go. That's off to our east. Let's go to Link 3 and show you that storm. And that's north of Allen. This is actually, yeah, like he said, it's weakened some. And the storm up here north of Dale, it's not weakened. It's still holding its own. That's the one that Vaughn's on, and he's going to keep tracking that. Okay. Again, we're going to have storms today. And, you know, the conditions are favorable for tornadoes. But, you know, often we'll get watch boxes out, and we'll talk about severe weather for many, many days. And, you know, sometimes you might get 1 or 2 tornadoes, and other days, if conditions are just right, you might get several. So we have to watch all these. I'll tell you this. Hey, Justin, you see that in Kingfisher County? Kingfisher? Yep. Right here? Yeah. Okay, that's Marty's. That's Marty's. Tell Marty to lock and load on that. Let's get that going. Okay, so this storm's going up. This is going to be southeast of Kingfisher, about 6 miles, northeast of Okarche, about 8 miles. And this is going to head up towards, back towards Crescent, where we had tornadoes 2 days ago. And then from there, it's going to go up towards Orlando. So this whole line in here, at least in this line, if you will, when you got to watch this storm, it's tiny. It's not very big. But again, it's in a very favorable environment, okay? All right, so we got to watch that. We got to watch every one of these storms. Let's go to southwestern Oklahoma. And let's jump back in here. Let's go to the southwest. That storm is...
Now it has lightning.
Yep. Okay, we got to get, Hank's coming in from the east. Bobby Payne's coming in from the east. Hey, Justin, let's get Bobby west a little bit.
Already ahead of you.
Okay, I know.
Yeah,
I know you are.
Heading west on 40 there.
Okay. I know that thing's going up and down, but you know. Okay. All right, so the storm down in southwestern Oklahoma, let's zoom in here and see what it's doing. I'll be honest with you. It's struggling right now. It is severe. Winds are going to be 60 to 70 miles an hour, quarter-size hail. Still has a hook, still a strong storm. Jim Gardner's right there, and there's the hook crossing I-44. From there, it's going to head up towards, it's going to Rush Springs. Okay, it's going to Rush Springs right now. If you draw a beeline there, it's going to Rush Springs. We'll do a storm track here coming up in just a second.
The hail core has come up in the last scan.
Yeah, no,
after it had weakened.
Yeah, it's kind of having some disorganized issues going on, which is a good problem to have. Let's go to Jim Gardner. Let's take his shot. He's looking back here at the hook, and go to Jim. And Jim, not as organized as what it was a few minutes ago. It has slightly weakened, but we think it's only temporary, Jim Gardner. We think it's only temporary. What do you think from the air? Give me an update.
Well, that's right, David. It really kind of got really ragged here, but I think it's just in one of those stages like we always see that it'll go really ragged, kind of fall apart, and then all of a sudden it'll regroup itself. Now you're going to look at the Geronimo is right down below in the foreground right there. So if we pop up a street scope, you can basically see the roads here going into Geronimo. New Hope Road, last Nebraska Avenue, and I-44 West right there on the other side of Geronimo. So again, it's right over Geronimo, and as we pan to the right, David, just a little bit, and pan to the right and Iris down a little bit, you're going to see the heavy rain out in front of this. There is a gust front off at the front of this. We've been watching it blowing pretty hard, but you can do a really good shot right there of the rain and the dust that's out in front of this storm. So again, we're sitting here watching it, David. It's kind of all falling apart, but I think it's just going to reorganize here shortly. We'll keep you updated. Jim Garpoint live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9, back to you.
Okay, well, great job there, Jim. And remember, if you're watching us here just 20 minutes ago or so, when the wall cloud was just, like a big box hanging down, notice how that has disappeared. All right, so this storm has gone up. It's had some issues, which is great news. We don't want any tornadoes today. We don't want any high-end severe weather today, but it did go up. Now, here's what I'm watching right here. See this right here? That's going to be some developing scud now underneath the updraft on the right side. So we'll see if this begins to attach, and then as pressures begin to lower, or as the storm begins to strengthen, in other words, as pressures begin to lower up in the mesocyclone and the whole storm itself, we'll start to see that wall cloud redeveloping. So remember what it looks like right now, and I think we'll see if it changes here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Let's take a look at radar. God, the hook still looks.
Yeah, it's still impressive, and
Yeah.
it almost is turning right a little bit more in the last 2 scans.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. Okay.
And while you're looking at that, David,
Go ahead.
Jen just gave us an update from Moore Public Schools. They've actually canceled their evening activities, so no evening activities for Moore Public Schools. And they're asking that anyone that has their kids in the school care kind of after school program, the school care children, to be picked up as soon as you can. So that's the latest with Moore Public Schools.
Yeah, that's great. And being proactive, that's what we need to do, folks. Get the kids home, get them safe. And, odds are everyone's going to be fine, right? All right. Now, if we have a tornado or two today, well, that's a whole different story. But the deal is, remember, not everybody's going to have tornadoes, right? And on most, even big days, most people don't even see tornadoes. But it's, we have trackers out. We have Jim Gardner out, the largest team of trackers in the entire nation, right here at News 9. And they're all out today. Plus, like I said, we brought over our trackers from our sister station in Tulsa, Channel 6. A lot of folks go back and forth up the turnpike. Travis Meyer, he's the chief up there. We borrowed some of his trackers today, right? So we're going to do this thing back and forth. Look at the hook on this now. Look at the wall cloud. Look at, I just was talking about the scud developing. Look how it's attached. Look how fast that changed right there. Okay, so Val is on the east side, and Val's coming in. Okay, let's go to Val Castor. Let's take his shot. Val's right here. Looking back. Val, you can see the updraft. You're just a few miles. You're about 7 miles northeast of it. Rain on the right, updraft on the left, wall cloud. Redeveloping now, Val, right there to the right. There it is. You can see the wall cloud there in the clear slot. Give me an update. What do you think? Getting stronger, it looks like.
Yeah,
stronger.
David, as I park on the side of the road here, what you're looking at there, she kind of zooms up on it just a little bit. There is the wall cloud. When we first pulled up, it was more blocky looking, more organized looking. Now it appears that it's getting a little bit more torn apart or ragged, if you will. But that's it right there. It had a little bit of a scud tag hanging down from it just a little bit earlier, but that kind of went away. So it, as Jim was saying just a second ago, it kind of comes in and out. It intensifies, it weakens, and intensifies, and that's kind of the process that we're going through right now, David. But that's it. It looks like it's just southeast of Lawton.
All right, great
Say
job.
that again?
No, sorry, Val. I'm talking to everybody else in the room here. Val, again, you're right there. If you can drop, maybe, I know the roads aren't good down there because they're so wet and muddy, but the updraft, you can see it just to your southwest. Val, you can see that little bit of a tag hanging there, and right there just above the barn, I know you see that, and that is what it looks like from Jim Gardner. It's getting a little bit better organized. Okay, let's go back to Jim.
It is now.
Yeah, you see it?
Better now.
Yeah,
Yep.
and you can see it in Val's shot, lower left. Okay, let's go back up to Jim, and Jim's east of it here, and again, it's beginning to tighten up again. It's going up and down. It's going up and down. We want it to go down and go away, but the atmosphere, again, is very unstable with that strong jet. You can see how this is beginning to attach. This is the beginning of the new wall cloud developing, and Jim Gardner, again, it looked ragged. It's looked very impressive. It looked, again, ragged. And now the new wall cloud is beginning to form. Give us an update.
Okay, David, were you talking to me?
Yes, I was. I said, can you hear me now, Jim?
Yeah, David, I'm switching.
You're good.
Switching sources here from Telos to back to the radio here. Yeah, David, it's starting to reform here. It's starting to look pretty good. Like I said, right now you're looking out to see where we're at. We're just we're northwest of Geronimo now, shooting back to the west here. So, like I said, and I agree with Val, it's just in those oscillation stages. It looks pretty good, then it gets ragged, and it's just kind of working itself through right here, David. But again, it's getting lower to the ground, and we're in a really good spot. It's dropping a lot of rain out in front of this thing, David. And just looking down here, they've got about all the rain they need also. But again, we're in a good spot. We'll keep you updated. Jim Gar reporting live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Jim. We'll see what it does. We hope it does nothing. But this wall cloud continues to intensify. It weakens a little bit. It re-intensifies. So we'll see what it does. But this storm is severe, once again, in southwestern Oklahoma. Let's go to Links 3. Let me show you what's going on here. And here's a problem for a day like today. We've got a storm here going up east of Kingfisher, west of Crescent. Okay, we're watching that. And we've got another storm here that Vaughn was on that didn't do a whole lot. It's having problems. Allen storm is kind of hanging on. And then we've got the other storm here near Kanawha, east of Asher. Now this is getting stronger. That is getting stronger, okay? We've got to watch that. and that's going to head up towards I-40. So you folks in Shawnee down to Maud, over through Seminole. You folks in Seminole, you're going to have 2 cells. Let's go ahead and zoom on in and take a closer look here. That Fort Cobb storm is definitely getting better.
Do you want to go there first?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We'll do this, and then we'll move back over there. Okay, these storms are not severe, but they're coming up hard. Hey, Justin, Allen needs to be on I-40, headed eastbound at Mach 12. Okay. Yep. Yeah, he's got to get on I-40, and he's got to get east right now. Okay, so Vaughn's on that one, on that cell, and Allen's here. Allen's going to get on this cell coming into Seminole right now. You folks in Seminole, it's not severe, but it is a strong storm. At least it's going to have some hail in it right now, but it's cyclonically sheared. It has a little bit of a hook on it. They're not severe, though, not quite. They're close. This one is. And now this one's going right over Kanawha, and the rain's going over the Kanawha Lake. The rotation is going to be back here well west of Kanawha, actually. The hook is right here. And that's going to get pulled into it. That will merge. That's going to get pulled in. It's too far away not to. So that'll probably get pulled in. And then from there, it's going to go to Maud and Bowlegs. You folks over here need to stay weather aware. Stay plugged in. Stay plugged in. If you're over in eastern Pottawatomie County or Seminole County, you got to stay plugged in, okay? This is a supercell. It is a rotating thunderstorm, and it's going to go right over Maud, and it's going to go on or just east of St. Louis. And it's going to go right up into eastern Pottawatomie County and western Seminole County, okay? Okay, let's go to that Caddo County storm.
While we're zooming in over there, Jen just let us know that Edmond and Norman public schools have also canceled their evening activities. So
Okay.
no evening sports, athletics, nothing for Edmond or Norman.
Okay, good.
And
That's
that's
just-
also more in case you didn't hear that earlier.
Yeah, and remember, we're not going to have tornadoes everywhere, but you know what? We could have one of these storms trying to come through the metro late this afternoon and this evening, and it would be a large storm, and it would certainly have the potential to produce a tornado. Once again, if you're just joining us, the threat of a tornado today on any one of these storms, we're not going to say that they're all going to produce tornadoes, right? When you have an event like this where you have multiple storms, most of the time, they don't all produce tornadoes. But some of these storms could. Those are the ones we're going to have to really track hard. So you got to track all of them, right? There's no magical formula that tells me what storms are going to produce tornadoes versus another one, all right?
Some new shower going up just to the west of Bobby there near Yukon.
Yep, we got to watch that. We got Alan Brosey coming in. We got to watch this shower here where Bobby is. Okay, Bobby's right here, West Metro, and we'll see what that storm's doing there. So, but there's a reasonable chance that we get storms in the metro this afternoon. Again, we have right now, unless something develops right on top of us, we have a little bit of time. We got to watch this. This might go up and go away, or it might just continue to get stronger, right, and run through the western sides of the metro. This little cell right here. Let's go to Bobby Payne and get an update from Bobby. And Justin, we need to keep keep an eye on that thing right on top of him too. So let's go to Bobby and get an update. Bobby, little cell developing right out your front window. So we need to keep an eye on that, right? We're playing the difference, all right? So give me an update on what that thing's doing right there. Go ahead.
David, right now this storm is starting to intensify, and actually the cumulonimbus cloud is really showing strong signs of growth here. So we're going to continue to watch it and see if it continues to grow across the metro, and we're going to be tracking it. Back to you, David. Yeah. Hey, Bobby, we're going to keep you on this Oklahoma City storm, or this tower going up that's going up a little bit longer before you go west. Okay, we need to keep on that. That Caddo County storm, it's going up, but Justin, to me, Cassie, to me, it looks a little bit like a left mover. I know it's not. It didn't split off, but it looks.
It's hugging the boundary. As that boundary retreats back to the west, the updraft has been on the left side or the west side, going up against that boundary and then going north.
Yeah, it's struggling.
Yeah.
It's definitely struggling.
Yeah, it needs a lift of the boundary, or if it would go east, it would probably collapse quickly.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But we're tracking all of them, but we're just talking about what storms that look a little more concerning than other storms. Okay, let's go back to Lynx 3, and we've got a shower up here developing, becoming heavy now west of Crescent. Let's go ahead and zoom on in, and I want to bring in all of our trackers here. You know them by name. This thing is really getting its act together now, And Marty Logan is going to come down Portland. Let's go to Marty Logan. Justin, we're going to go to Marty Logan. And Marty is going to come in from the north on that storm now that's near Crescent. Now, Marty, I know it's a ways away from you, but I know you can visually see it. What's the updraft? What's the whole thing look like to your southwest? Give me an update there, Marty.
Well, we still have a lot of moisture on my side of it compared to what Bobby had. Earlier, when we were on I-35, you could see the top of it, kind of struggling to go up. We're starting to see a little bit of the base. I'm almost to 74. I know south on 74 is closed, but we're going to go south just a little ways, try and get a better shot at David.
All right, great job there. So did Marty say 74 is closed? Is that what he said?
Yes, it was south of Crescent, but
Okay.
he's not going to go that far south.
Okay, so, but he's got another way around?
But no, he's not going to go that far south where it is actually closed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, I got you. Okay, all right, so let's go back to Link 3. That's that storm here. Now, this is going up. Again, developing shear. It's not severe, but that's what's really impressive about these storms so far. They've gone up turning. They're developing. They're not like they're taking a long time. They're going up, and they're already beginning to spin as they're developing. So far, we've not had any tornadoes. We've had a couple of big and ugly hanging wall clouds. But, hey, you know what? Many storms produce wall clouds and have mesocyclones that don't produce tornadoes. So maybe we'll keep that going. But I'll tell you what, the atmosphere is set up to get tornadoes today. Some of those could be strong. Some of those could be severe. Okay, so Marty's on that. Bobby Payne's watching that. We'll see what it does. Hank's watching the storm out in Caddo County. And let's jump back into southwestern Oklahoma here. And we'll check in with our trackers. Let's go to stay with Lynx 3 here. We've got a new storm going up near Loveland and Chattanooga. We're going to have to watch. Look at the boundary. You guys see that? Look at the boundary. Huh?
That's impressive on radar.
Yeah. This separates big time explosive development as far as instability, this green line, versus it's unstable. This is where the instability running from, like Elmer to Cooperton to Carnegie is maxed out. Okay, let's zoom on in here and take a closer look. I'm looking at Val's shot. Pardon me, I'm looking at Jim's shot. Okay, look at the hook on this. And then in the last few minutes, it's weakened a little bit.
Definitely disorganized.
Yeah, it's struggling. It's definitely struggling. Let's go back to Jim. Nothing on velocity data that looks crazy. There's the hook. Val's right there. Let's go to Jim. And Jim, big rain-free base. All right, there you go. All right, it's trying. It's pulling in rain-cooled air from the northeast and more moist air as well from the east and southeast here. And that is the beginning of what could be the next wall cloud. But Jim, this storm has gone up, and right now it's just kind of holding its own. Give me an update as you look back to your northwest.
Well, that's right, David. That's what we were just talking about was everything kind of dissipated, but it kind of went high base on the backside. But then I noticed this inflow line here starting right here, and you see the heavy rain, David, and it's trying to do something right here. So again, we might get another wall cloud form here pretty quickly. But again, like you said, it's struggling right now. It's struggling right now, but it is still something to keep a close eye on. You can see the heavy rain, David, right in front of this and back to the northwest there. So again, this may become pretty interesting right here. We'll just stay and watch it and keep you updated. Jim Garpoint live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9, back to you.
Okay, all right, good job, Jim. Stay with it here, and we'll get back with Jim here in just a couple of minutes. This is the beginning of what could be the new wall cloud here, slowly developing, right? And that's Lawton in the background there, folks. That's Lawton. He's looking right underneath the updraft. And this is all of Lawton, right? This is Fort Sill in here.
It's going just east of Lawton.
Lawton, just on the east side. Just on the east side. The hook is trying to tighten up again. Did you see that?
Yeah, and there's a new cell going up just southwest of Lawton.
Okay, yep, new cell there we got to watch. Okay, let's go back to Valcaster. And there's the hook on that right here. You can see the hook. Okay, that's going into Grady County. So Rush Springs, that's what we've said here for the last hour. It's going to Grady County. You folks in Rush Springs, you need to be thinking about watching this storm. You can see the shot there from Jim. And there we go. Okay, let's go to Val. Val's on the ground and get an update from him. Val, you know what? It's gone up. It's come down. It's weakened. It's strengthened. It's kind of gone back and forth. And I know you're right there looking right at it. Give me an update on what the updraft is doing. It looks like it's trying to get a little bit stronger, Val. And the hook is a little more pronounced. Velocity data, it's come up just a little bit here in the last 5 minutes.
Okay, David. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we watched it go through about 2 cycles since we've been able to see the base. What you're looking at now, it's still a little bit on the high base side. I mean, the base is a little bit high, and, it does continue to pulse up and down. Right now, it looks like it's in the middle of an up pulse at the moment. So what you're looking at is from our roof cam, looking back at it right there, and it's trying to form just a little bit more of a lowering again. But right now, it's got some more strengthening to do. Back to you, David.
Okay, yeah, and you know what, Val? We hope that it just stays where it is and doesn't do much. But it's that type of day where we have lots of instability, and the threat is definitely there to get severe weather, including large hail. Very large hail today. Tennis ball size hail, maybe even some baseball size hail. Not in every storm. Not everybody's going to have baseball size hail. So just hang on, all right? Let's not panic. Let's just work through this, okay? But some of these storms could produce hail, pretty good size hail. All right, great job there, Val and Amy. Let's take a look now on the big view, what's going on. And let's go to the east of the metro here. And Justin, let's check in with our trackers over here. Yeah, is Allen's eastbound. Yeah, let's go to Allen Brosey. And Allen's looking off to his southeast. And Allen, your storm is now severe northeast of Seminole with a hook on it. And it's going to cross I-40 there just east of you in the next probably 10 minutes or so. It is moving. Like I said, these things are moving at 40. Your storms are moving a lot faster than the southwestern Oklahoma storms. Give me an update as you get closer to it. Go ahead.
That's correct. We're not going to be able to keep up with all of them. They are hauling the mail, and the roads are few and far out here. We're going to try to get up to about Cromwell, I think, and let that thing meet it, and then maybe we'll take it north from there. But trying to drop south to it, I'm just not sure. I think it's going to overtake us before we get there. It's a little bit murky out here, David. Visibility, I mean, the humidities are really high, dew points are high, and as far as seeing the tower right now, all we can see is just a murky bunch of clouds out there. We know it's there on radar, but as far as trying to identify it, we're just a little bit too far out. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you'll be in place here shortly. Do we have a way to get his shot in, possibly at some point? Okay. All right. Let's maybe do that. We've got 2 supercells over here. I tell you what. Let's go back to Links 3. And, folks, we've got 2 supercells now. Let's go back to Links 3. By the way, you're watching News 9 at 4 p.m. And here's the one hook now on the east sides of Seminole. And this storm is severe, and this storm is severe. Look at the hooks.
The Kingfisher storm's becoming severe as well.
Yeah, the Kingfisher. So now we're going to that next level. These storms are now, we've been talking about these for the last 2 hours or hour and a half. These are now becoming severe. They both have hooks on them. If you live in Seminole County, I can't stress it enough, you need to be paying attention to these storms, okay, if they're headed towards you, okay? Looking at maximum rotation, nothing is off the charts yet, but these storms, I promise you, by looking at radar, they're what we call cyclonically sheared. They are spinning. These are both 2 large, explosive supercells. They are in an environment which is favorable for large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. And the potential is there to get some intense and or strong tornadoes today, okay? To get some strong tornadoes today. I'm not saying they're both going to produce strong tornadoes, all right? But they certainly could ramp up and give us problems. So, once again, Allen incoming from the east. Is Vaughn going eastbound? What's Vaughn doing?
Vaughn is looking at a cell to a southwest that's going up really hard, but he was thinking about going west as well.
Okay, going west?
I mean, going east. Sorry,
okay,
going east.
Well, what's he looking at right now? I don't want to.
It's just a shower going up north of Lake Thunderbird, but it's a pretty strong updraft. He reports.
There it is on our live.
Okay, there it is. Let's take a look at it here again. Okay, yeah. Hey, keep it a little bit longer on that.
Okay.
Unless 6 needs him, and we don't want to. I got it. But, yeah, Allen's got to get east here. It's going to cross 40 right in front of him. Okay, let's get Allen east. We've got down here in Kanawha. So these storms are both severe, and we'll do a storm track on these coming up. This is going to be on our eastern viewing area. You folks, we love you over here. We've got Pottawatomie, we've got Seminole County, and we've got Hughes County. Okay, there's the town of Okemah. We've got Boley here. Cromwell, that's in our viewing area. And this hook is going to be southwest of Cromwell. You folks in Cromwell, to your west or southwest, you need to watch this. All right, then we have the other supercell down here. Right now, it's going to be basically at about quarter-size hail, maybe some golf ball-size hail, and winds are going to be 60 to 70 miles per hour with any one of these storms, and they could produce a tornado fairly quickly. Wouldn't take much, okay? Wouldn't take much.
We also have the Kingfisher County storm going into Logan County that Marty's on, and it's also developing a hook.
Okay, let's go back into Kingfisher County, and Marty Logan is right there. And let me see where this is. He can't get any farther south. Okay. Let me pay attention here.
So many roads are closed.
I know. Here's a problem today for our storm trackers. Lots of roads are shut down. Highway 74 is closed down to Crescent. So Marty can't drive down to the storm right now. But he's looking right at it. Let's go to Marty. Let's take his shot. There's a storm coming at him. So the waiting game continues. Once it gets north of the river, he'll be just fine. They closed it that far north? Huh.
Looks like it.
Okay. That's crazy. It's got to be flooded out north of Crescent there somewhere. All right, Marty Logan, severe storm, hook developing, rotating just to your south now. It's moving up your way. Give me an update. And by the way, Marty, at some point here, you're going to have to go east, so get ready. Go ahead. Give me an update.
Yeah, we're at a roadblock 3 miles south of the 5174 junction. The bridge is closed right here to our south, so we're having to stay right here and keep an eye on it. So far, no definition to the cloud because I'm on the north side, so we're visiting right now, trying to figure out which roads are open because several of these are closed right now. Back to you, David.
It's better up there. Okay, great job, Marty. He's looking right at it here. This is going to be the wind and hail and rain. He's looking back in the downdraft. It's coming right at him. But if you look back in here, you start to see a little bit of light showing up, and that is what he's going to be looking for here in about another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, Justin, I'll tell you what. Let's take next gen, go to 1 minute on it.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Just real quick.
Yeah, no, it's much better. Oh, that's much better.
Let me just see what it's doing here. And then take the time down to like 15 minutes.
That is 15.
Okay. Golly, it is moving, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to do.
Yeah.
It's gone about...
Yeah, hey, Justin, it's turned right. It's starting to make that turn. It's not lifting so much north. I mean, it's not made a right turn. We're not going 90 degrees here, but it's now rooted, and it's making more of that right turn, at least a little bit. What I'm saying is the updraft is, you know what I mean, it's going to be close, but okay.
And it's moving at about 35.
Okay, 35 on that. Okay, so if you folks live in Lovell, all right, Midway, it's going to go west of Crescent. No, it's not.
No, it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be too close. Okay, let's zoom on in here. Let's take a closer look, and then we're going to shear right here. Okay, you folks in Crescent, okay, there's the hook. It's crossing the river right now, all right? So here's Crescent and Crescent Springs. We've got all the horrible flooding going on right now here. Houses are falling off at Twin Lakes, into the river, and it's just a big mess. Okay, so there's a hail core. This is going to be pretty good-sized hail. Pretty good-sized hail up in here. That's going to be quarters, maybe golf balls up there. It's going to be south and west of Crescent. All right, hail in here. And let's go to a shear rate and see what it looks like. And there it is, area of spin beginning to develop in here. So, okay, we got to watch that. Marty Logan is all over it. He's right there. Okay, so there's the hook. There's the hook crossing the river 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles west of Crescent Springs and 1 to about 10 miles northwest of Cedar Valley. That's where the hook is. Okay, we'll do a storm track on that coming up here in just a minute. Let's back out. Let's go back to southwestern Oklahoma and talk about our storm down there. And again, we're moving all over the place, folks. We got a lot going on. Okay, the good news about the Gracemont storm, that's weakened. Okay, that's gone away. That's good news. This is weakened. So we're good with that. Let it die. Let that go away. We got the big storm down south. Okay, let's jump back into southern Oklahoma here and talk about our one supercell. We'll switch radars and let's see what this thing looks like. It's kind of linear. It's got a hook on it, no doubt about it. It's got a hook. Val and Tom are right there. And it's moving. It's going to head to Grady County. Agawam, Rush Springs. Rush Springs. We keep saying Rush Springs. It's going for you. Quarter-size hail, but this is not a super, super large supercell. So there's the hook. Let's go to Val Castor, take his shot, and get an update from Val. Val, there's the lowering. And Val, you know what? This storm is just kind of holding its own right now. It's kind of holding its own. So give me an update, Val, as you look at that storm.
Yeah, David. Okay, we are east of Lawton right now, Highway 7, and you're looking at the base right there. David, I'm telling you this, the base has gotten a little bit lower, and it's gotten a little bit stronger here. We're starting to see rising motion in the base, which we did not see a little bit earlier. Also, if you see that little area hanging down over on the right, it's kind of got some inflow. It's a little bit of an inflow band developing there, pulling some scud up into it. So this thing is definitely getting, I would say, not rapidly getting stronger, David, but it's intensifying. The base is just a little bit lower than it was before. We're starting to see what I could see weak rotation in the base. Also, we're starting to see scud that is forming. Look, there's even more scud right there. Okay, there's even more scud right there forming halfway to the ground. I'm going to zoom up here. I know this. You can see scud forming right there. We saw a little bit of precip wrap around. You can see there, but it's starting to get a little bit stronger. I mean, the bottom line here is it's intensifying from what it was about 15 or 20 minutes ago. Back to you.
Yeah, and you know what? It's just been a grind, Val. It's gone up, it's come down, it's gone up, it's come down. Here's what we know. It is severe. Winds are going to be 60 miles per hour in it, nickel and dime, maybe quarter-size hail. And it does have a mesocyclone in it. It has an area of spin that we're watching. Val's there. Tom Pastrano is there. And we'll see what it does. But this is going to Grady County, all right? Let's go back to Links 3. And Tom and Rob are there. Val and Amy are there. There it is. So there it is. And we go ahead and let's uncheck Jim if we can. Let's take him out of the mix on that view anyway. Okay, so that's on Links 3. Yeah, okay, so there's the hook. And again, it's kind of a stretched out storm, right? And it still has a mesocyclone in it, no doubt about it. And it still is in a very favorable environment to produce a tornado or tornadoes and large hail and damaging winds. But it's not gone into overdrive mode. It's not gone into overdrive mode yet. But the day like today with the jet stream and the instability, that would not take long at all. Okay, so this is going to Grady County. This is going to Grady County. All right, I'm looking at, you see Val's shot there. There's Val's shot. We have some tags hanging down. We got to keep an eye on that. Looks like the pressures might be lowering a little bit in it. Looks like it might be intensifying some. Looks like more tags developing. Okay, let's go back off to our east now. And Justin, how close is Bobby coming in from the south on that storm up there? Is he getting closer?
Yes, he's about to 74, or one of the ways to get up north off the turnpike.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to have to really. It might. Well, he can't get up 74.
We found a way to
While
get
you're
north.
talking about that storm,
the
one in Logan County, Cassie has a storm track for that storm that Marty's on for folks at the Crescent.
Again, look at the hook. Look at the hook on this hanging way back. Okay, so Justin, you're going to take Marty east, and then we're going to drop him back south, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I would say that hey, Justin, here's the deal. The first good road he has south, he needs to go south.
Okay.
I mean, you know what I mean? I want to see this thing. Let's get down on this. We need to get down on this. The southern storm is getting better organized now. Hook is here. Hail is here, west of Crescent. There's a hail core now, 1, 2, 3 miles west-northwest of Crescent. Okay, hail core there. There's the hook. It's moving northeast. The hail core is going to go south of Lovell. All right, it's going to Orlando. It's going to Mulhall. Orlando, Mulhall, you need to watch this, okay? All right, we'll do a storm track. Let's go to Links 4, doing a storm track on that storm. Links 4 control room. I am. I absolutely am. Thank you. Wow, the whole crowd's here today. Crescent 418, Mulhall, and Cassie was the loudest, by the way. Mulhall at 440, Orlando 449, and Perry at about 507. All right, now here's the deal. we've not done a storm track on the hail. The hail is going to get there earlier. We've done a storm track on the mesocyclone, and there might be another meso beginning to develop there. Okay, so we've got 2 areas of spin, right, that we're watching. 2 areas of spin now.
Tom has a funnel.
Right there. Okay, who's got a funnel?
Tom there.
Let's go back to Val. Let's go back to Val's shot, southwest Oklahoma. That's how quickly it's changed. The wall cloud now developing. Val Castor, there's your shot. We see it. Great shot. And the lowering is continuing. The pressures are getting lower, and that storm is getting stronger now. It's ramping back up. Give me an update.
Okay, David, I tell you this, the wall cloud has been getting a lot stronger looking here. Just since you came to me the last time, we've noticed the rising motion in it has gotten stronger. Also, we could actually see rotation with it, and it's also getting lower to the ground. I heard Tom mention just a minute ago he thought he saw a small funnel, possibly. Would not rule that out at all because, David, this wall cloud is getting stronger at the moment. Back to you.
Okay, there it is. No doubt about it. Val and Amy, you've got that shot there in that storm. This is going to keep coming into Grady County. Okay, this is going to be southwest of Oklahoma City. Right now, we don't have any storms that are directly headed towards the metro within the next hour. Okay, that's not happening. We've got to keep an eye on this. Let's go to Tom's shot here and get an update from Tom. Tom, there you go. You're a little bit closer. Is it rotating? Give me an update. I know it's low, but is it rotating? Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, it is rotating on the backside of this. And about 2 minutes ago, I had a really pronounced, it was skinny, but it was definitely a funnel. It was about not halfway to the ground, but maybe a quarter of a way to the ground. It was really skinny, and it lasted for about 30 seconds. So this is definitely trying to get its act together. Back to you, David.
All right, well, and that's exactly what we don't want. So, again, now we have multiple supercells developing right now. All right, they've been developing, but now they're really starting to ramp up. Let's go back to Lynx 3 and take a look at the hook. That storm, this is the hook right here. Let's go back to Lynx 3. Let me show you what it looks like. And here it is right here. See it? And look how it was like this. It was shaped like this, and then it becomes shaped like this. See how quickly that happens? There it's having problems. Now we've got problems. There it's having problems when it's more like an inverted bowl, if you will, and then when it starts to go the other way, we've got problems right here. That's the hook trying to re-intensify. That's what it looks like in Val's shot and in Tom's shot, okay? So we're tracking that. Okay, so guys, one more time. Let's stay with Lynx 3. Let's come back to the metro. We'll talk about those are big hooks. Wow, let's come back to Lincoln County and Pottawatomie County here. All right, guys, zoom in here. Look at that. This storm is really scary. Okay, Allen's east. All right, Allen's going to be in a good spot. Allen's going to be in a great spot. Get him, Justin. Keep him going east so he can get a look back. Let's go to Allen real quick and get an update from Alan Brosey. Allen, you're eastbound. The hook's going to be a little ways to your southwest, but keep going east, and you're going to have a great spot. You're going to be in a great spot. Do you see anything at all to your southwest?
Okay, David, we got off of I-40 about a half a mile now, dropping south just to take a peek at it. We'll get back on I-40. We can see the updraft area to our southwest here, but we got a lot of trees and a lot of hard rain. Okay, we're coming out of the rain right now. Maybe we can get out of the trees. We'll give you a better shot, but right now we don't see anything to report other than just the basic updraft over there with a little bit of lowering to it.
40. That's what I'm saying. Okay, great job, Alan. Stay with it. And Jess and I are talking about where we're going to put you, so it's all good. But we just got to make sure if he goes right that we've got ways back east, because I just don't want a one and done on this, okay? Okay, guys, a lot going on. Let's go back to the news desk. Obviously, the other big story that continues to be a huge historic problem for us is the flooding. And there are scenes from all over the state that are just absolutely so sad. Let's go back to the news desk and get a quick update, guys.
Yeah, David, you've been talking about problems, big problems right now in Logan County, the small community of Twin Lakes, which is near Crescent, experiencing horrible flooding.
Along the Cimarron River, and we've been talking about it now since yesterday, and we had a whole bunch of homes there that were being threatened, and the water level's going down, and we thought that maybe those homes could hold on, but not the case for at least one of the homes. We have video of it. This just happened not too long ago. This is in Crescent here, and take a look at that home right there. It's about to just kind of float off. You're about to see less of it.
Steve Shaw, our reporter, he is the one taking this video. He is down there talking with people. Let's watch as we see what happens along Cimarron River.
Off the bank and into the river there.
They did have voluntary evacuations today and yesterday. There are several homes just hanging on the edge right now, but we're watching as somebody's home floats away.
It is so sad to see this, and you know, we saw earlier today people moving stuff out. That was happening last night as well, fearing that this moment right here was going to happen. So it's tragic. You hate to see something like that. We hope that that is the only home that just goes over the bank and into the water, but there are others that are teetering right there as well.
Right, and we flew over that area today, and Jim followed the Cimarron River. It's flooded all the way to Guthrie. We want to go back over to David Payne, who's tracking these storms. David, they don't need any more rain, definitely not right there.
No, and they're getting more rain, guys, just to the north of that. And by the way, you know, that we've covered that story up there along the river there for, gosh, nearly 20 years. I mean, 20 years ago, homes were falling off, and that's just because rivers, they change, and they're part of our landscape. And when you have flooding, well, they change. The cut side will dig out, and they'll change shape over hundreds and thousands of years. And so the Cimarron River is changing directions. It's taking back what probably was it or belonged to it at one time, and that's how rivers are. And you build close to a river, especially a big river like the Cimarron, eventually at some point it's going to take back what it thinks what it belongs to it. So anyway, it's so sad though. I mean, those great looking homes up there, they've been there forever, but that's been going on up there in that same spot for nearly 20 years. Okay, so we have the severe storm in Logan County. Nothing of any concern right now in the metro. We've got a supercell there rotating, a supercell down to the south. East of us, we've got two big storms here.
The rotation near Cromwell is picking up as well.
Yep. Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
And just to let you know, they've expanded the tornado watch. It does now include Garfield, K, and Noble County. So you weren't in it earlier when it officially came out.
Yeah.
You are now as the storms lift north.
Right. And this, and basically where the green box is where the conditions are very unstable. Strong jet stream is right over Oklahoma. The air, the moisture here is very high, and we're really just in the thick of it here with a storm that can really take over. The potential to get a tornado in, again, several of these storms, it is high, and the potential to get possibly a strong tornado is high today. So far, we haven't had any. But we're just now beginning to kind of pick things up. Things are just now getting a little bit stronger. Look at the hook now over here. All right, Vaughn is right there. All right, we'll go back into southern Oklahoma here in a second.
Alan has a shot at that updraft.
Who does?
Alan.
All right, let's go to Alan Brosey. Alan is right here, and there it is. That's the hook now that's going to be west of Cromwell. Alan Brosey looking right at it, and it looks to me like it's rotating. Give me an update, Alan.
Yeah, David, that is correct. We're in downtown Cromwell right now. We saw some of the firefighters and spotters out here, too. They know it's here. It's just southwest of town, probably 3 miles or so. And it will head over the north side of Cromwell. Now, we do have a little bit of centralized rotation in it. You can see it just on the left side of the wall cloud itself. It is rotating. No tornadoes yet. It's just trying to get itself together right now. We're going to keep an eye on it and take it northeast from here. Back to you, David.
All right, great job, Alan Brosey, right there. There's the left side of the wall cloud. That's the big rain-free base. This whole area is spinning from left to right. This is the updraft above the Allen shot here. This goes about 50 to 55,000 feet up right now, and it extends all the way down to the rain-free base. This is the bottom of the mesocyclone here, and then what we're doing, we're watching back in here for anything nutty, right? And we don't like it when things get nutty. Let's do a storm track on that storm, and Allen's right there. And look at the hook, folks. I mean, seriously, look at the hook. I mean, it is tight to his southwest. So Cromwell, 423, Okemah, 443, and Okmulgee at 530. Okay? And Cromwell and Okemah, those are both on the eastern fringe of our viewing area. And you folks I can't say it enough. If you live in Okemah and back to the west and southwest, and again, you need to be watching this, okay? All right, need to be watching this. Okay, let's drop south on this next storm. Let's go to Lynx 3.
It's rotating a little bit stronger on Allen's shot here, too.
Okay.
Yeah, and coming up on.
Oh, it sure is. Wow, look at that shot.
Velocity too.
Let's go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's go back. Let's go back to Allen. Look at the velocity. All right, Allen. Now we're getting tags hanging down. These are not funnels yet, but they're tags. Allen, I can see clearly in your video the motion is getting faster and faster. Give me an update. It's getting stronger. Go ahead.
That's correct, David. This thing is going to come over, it looks like now, just downtown Cromwell. We have a lot of motion, a lot of spin to it. With the spin is visual. We're about 2 miles from it, and we can tell it's starting to spin pretty good. It does have a lot of rising motion to it. It will pass right over Cromwell and parts of the north side of Cromwell at this moment, David. We're gonna hang with it for a few minutes. Visibility is really bad. If we move, we're going to lose this.
Hey, Alan, look to the tornado warning coming for your storm. News 9. This is going to be a News 9 tornado warning. Alan, look to the right of that telephone pole there, that electric pole, and look how that's beginning to rotate from right to left. Alan, everything's lifting and turning now. Wow, that is really tightening up, Alan. Right to the right of the pole.
Yep, it's getting ready to happen, David. It's getting ready to happen.
Yep, here we go. Okay, tornado warning now. Tornado warning. Does Vaughn have it from the north? All right, let's drop Alan here for just a second. Let's go to Vaughn and get an update. Another shot from Vaughn. Vaughn Caster, it's going to produce a tornado, or it's sure going to try. Give me an update. There's the wall cloud getting lower, and Vaughn, it is spinning. Go ahead, Vaughn. What's that?
Vaughn is not on here.
He's
we have a
6.
shot, but he's talking to 6.
Okay, all right. He's talking to Channel 6. That's our sister station. So we're sharing him right now. When he gets through with them, he'll come back to us, right? We just, like I said, we've doubled up the resources. But there's a shot in Vaughn's picture there, okay? All right, let's go back to Alan's shot. And Alan is a little bit closer to it. Let's go to Alan's shot. And Alan, it's tightening up, but it's not tight enough, which is, that's good. That's good. I don't see anything on the ground, but it is definitely turning. How fast that speed? Give me an update on the speed of that thing right now.
Okay, it's the storm itself is moving about 35 miles an hour. We're about 1.5 miles to the east of it, looking pan back, or what is that? What is that back over here too? We've got a couple of things we're trying to identify, David. Scud rising and a very strong rotating wall cloud, and a couple of different places of organized rotation. So it hasn't found one to go ahead and take over just yet. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
That may be Scud trying to rise up into it, but right now that's point it back over here, right over here. There you go, right there. That's the centralized. Okay, we've got a cone-shaped funnel right now, rotating hard. It's coming down, David. Getting ready to have a tornado here.
Yep, here we go. Okay, folks.
Getting ready to have a tornado.
This is Tornado Genesis right here. This is it. Okay, tornado warning now.
Spinning hard.
Tornado warning.
Spinning hard.
Okay, this is going to be east of Oklahoma City. And
Cromwell needs to sound their sirens right now, because it's coming over Cromwell.
Okay, let's back out of. Okay, it's gonna try to produce a tornado. Tornado warning now. This is going to be just west of Cromwell. Okay, this is in northeastern Seminole County. This is in northeastern Seminole County, northeast of Seminole, and this is going to be coming up to and crossing I-40.
And David, there's no warning yet for Okemah, for Okfuskee County, because that's now the different weather service in Tulsa. But the folks in Okemah, they need to be heading to their safe spot, because it's headed that way.
Yeah, look at the wind. Look at the wind here picking up. That's the inflow. This whole thing is eating and breathing all this warm, moist, unstable air, and this is going to produce a tornado. Okay, let's keep this shot lower left here. Push it over. Let's go back. Oh, look at this right here.
It has turned right hard.
It has turned right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Spinning very hard, David. Very hard. We're looking for anything on the ground.
Yeah, that's right, Alan. That's right. Look at your wind there, Alan, picking up from the east and southeast. Look at the motion on this, folks.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Alan, it might be trying to produce a cone. Get ready. This is going to be for northeastern tornado warning now. For northeastern Seminole County. It's going to Cromwell. You folks in Cromwell, you need to be in your safe spot.
It's over Cromwell.
What's that?
It's over Cromwell. Cromwell needs to have their siren going, David.
Okay, it's on Cromwell right now. It's coming into Cromwell right now. Alan is in Cromwell, and you can see it here, just west. It's just west of town. How far west, Alan? A quarter of a mile?
Yeah, a quarter of a mile, David. It's getting ready to come to the highway that runs north.
Here it is.
Okay, we got a cone funnel.
56 and Highway 99.
Tornado on the ground right here.
Got a funnel. It's coming down.
Here it is.
Got a funnel. It's coming down. Very organized rotation.
This is going to be the first tornado of the day right here.
The next storm down the line is becoming rotating rapidly as well.
Okay. All right. Hey, Justin.
David, it's got to be on the ground, because it's more than halfway down. It's very low.
All right, let's
We've
keep
got
looking
about
here.
a 700-foot base.
All right, let's keep looking. Here. This is it right here. This is northeastern Seminole County. Okay, this is going to be in far northeastern Seminole County. And it's going to move into Okemah here. There it is. Alan, I don't see any debris on the ground, but it's close. It's right here. It's tightening up.
We're going to lose the shot for just a second, but while we get on the highway.
Okay, let's go back to radar. Alan's going to get back in position. This is north. Let's back out of here, guys. Just a second. Let's get our bearing straight. Also see Vaughn shot. And we have Vaughn shot. We can bring it back up. Control room sticking in over there. So 2 supercells here. All right, we've got 1 supercell here that Marty Logan is on. All right, and severe thunderstorm warning on that. And we've got the storm down here. These weakened southwestern Oklahoma?
It sure looks like it. Here, I'll take a closer look while you're...
Yeah. Looks like they've weakened quite a bit. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's great news. If we can get these things to weaken down here, but no guarantees. Okay, whose shot's that? Okay.
That's, which one are you looking at?
All right, I'm looking at this. Okay.
David, we do have a track ready to go on Lynx 4. I know it's eventually going to move out of our viewing area.
Yep, let's go to Lynx 4. And we've got the hook back here. This is where the tornado is going to be. It's maybe not on the ground, but it's very, very close. This is northeastern Seminole County. Okay, so Okemah, 439. Golden Pony Casino, 449. Okmulgee at 519, okay? 519. And Okmulgee, right? This is going to be Okmulgee County. Okfuskee County is here.
Vaughn shot.
Let's go to Vaughn Castor shot.
Oh, and Allen.
Let's go to Allen shot. Allen shot. Let's go to Allen shot. There's the cone. And Allen's getting back in position here. Allen, you'll get up on this hill. Keep going. Is it on the ground? Do you see any debris? There's the there's the funnel for sure now, northeast of Cromwell in Seminole County. Give me an update.
Okay, it's crossing the highway as we speak, just north on the north side of Cromwell. Cromwell Central is safe. We're just about under it, David. We're less than a half a mile from it, looking up to it. It's over halfway to the ground. We're looking for debris. We have debris. Got debris on the ground.
Tornado on the ground.
Debris.
Zoom in.
Got debris.
There you go. Tornado on the ground. This is going to be
tornado on the ground in front of us, 150, 200 yards.
Okay, Alan.
We have debris.
Alan, tell exactly.
Power flashes.
Power flashes. Here's the cone. Tornado on the ground, right here on News 9. Alan, where are you in reference to Cromwell? You're north of town. Are you in town?
We're a half a mile north of town, and it has hit structures. We have structure damage and debris.
Schoolton.
Okay, all right. It's going towards a small city of Schoolton, or just south of it, but it's going to be right there. Okay, Alan, you got to get you got to get back north and east. You got to get back north and east. What do you see out your right window where the tornado is?
Oh, we got debris everywhere, David. This thing has come through. We've got tree debris. We've got house debris.
Okay.
We've got structures hit.
Yeah, I see it. Okay, where's the tornado?
Okay, it's east of the highway now, about 300 or 400 yards now, east of the highway, moving to the northeast.
There it is. Have Earl take the camera off and point out the window.
Take the camera, Earl.
Take the camera off. Point it out the window. I want to see the tornado.
There we go.
It's right here. I want to see the tornado.
Okay, we're doing that now, David.
Okay.
We're trying to get you a good shot.
Yeah, I got you. There it is. There it is. So tornado on the ground. This is going to be for northeastern Seminole County. We've had a little bit of damage. It's not a violent tornado right now. It's a small tornado, but it's right here. We're going to take a closer look. There's one. There it is. There it is.
He's on Highway 56, so it just crossed Highway 56.
Okay. Yep. Christ. Highway 56 again, over in northeast Seminole County. And
it's temporarily lifted, David. It's temporarily lifted.
Yep.
We're gonna try to make it back to I-40. This thing's gonna cross I-40 here in just a second.
Yes. Get back north and then get back east, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So this again. Tornado warning now. Have they issued?
They did just about 1 minute ago for Okemah and Castle, Oklahoma.
Okay, so
this is Okfuskee County. Here, I'll zoom out. You can see it.
Okay, yeah, they did. Okay, they did. I just want to. Yeah, they need to. If they please.
But this next one has a tornado warning as well, David. A little further to the south, just issued, and that one is very intense circulation.
Okay, all right. We're gonna have to. Okay. Hey, Justin, we might have to let him leave that and drop south.
We do have JD from 6.
Is he going south?
He's dropping south, so we'll need to get his feed up.
Okay.
We got it. We got it. It's right there.
We got his feed?
Perfect.
Yes, it's right
Which
there.
one is it? Let me see it here. Okay. Do we have him in the system?
124.
And it is now going to be.
Is he in the system? Is he in the?
No, we cannot talk to him.
Well, we need to.
Okay.
So we need to get a hold of him, and he needs to call here too. Okay. He needs to get in the system. There's his shot. And
okay,
this is going to be
from Seminole.
Yeah. Let's just get back into it here. Let's go to Lynx 3. Let's go to Lynx 3 control room. Tornado now. This is going to be east of Seminole, 6 miles. You folks in Seminole, you're fine, okay? You're fine in Seminole. This is going to be to your east, 6 miles. Look at shear rate. It's crossing Highway 9 in about 1 minute. It's crossing Highway 9, 1 minute, and it's going to be 6 miles. Look at the, oh yeah, we've got problems. So we've already had one confirmed tornado live on the air from Alan Brosey. Okay, look at the hook. Look at it wrapping up. Look at the eye forming here. Look at that. That is not good.
That warning was for it turning hard right for the folks in the warning area, David. It looks to me like it's still lifting north.
No, it's not. That warning is wrong. It's not. Folks, it's going to Cromwell. It's going back to Cromwell again. Okay, so Alan Brosey is on this tornadic supercell. It has produced a tornado. It happened right in front of Alan, right in front of him. And it did do some damage there, just about a half mile or mile north of Cromwell. Here comes the next supercell. And I know the warning box has it going northeast like this. It's not happened. It's lifting to the north still. It's going to Cromwell. You folks in Cromwell might have a bigger tornado. Okay, do we have JD in here yet?
No. We have a storm track on Links 4 for that second tornado warning.
Okay, have we made contact with JD? We're trying to. Okay. All right, let's see what it looks like here. Okay, there it is. And what's shear rate look like? Take a look at shear rate. Okay. It's still holding its own.
And that's the time of arrivals for you on the screen.
Yep, let's go to Links 4.
It's on there.
And take a look at some of the towns here ahead of this. It's east of Seminole. You folks in Seminole, you are not in any danger of the tornado. Okay, but if you live in Butner or Cromwell, you've just had a tornado on the north sides of Cromwell. That was Tornado 1. Here comes the next one now over and east of Seminole, 6 miles. Crossing Highway 9 right now. Possible tornado crossing Highway 9. What's JD's shot look like? And how close is he coming in from the north? How close is JD?
He's in Cromwell.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's go back to Alan Brosey. Look at Alan Brosey's shot of the wall cloud. And Alan, is it, okay, is it on the ground? There's the left side. Give me an update. Is it on the ground? Go ahead.
David, we don't see it on the ground, but it's very, the whole wall cloud's, okay, yes, we do have a centralized funnel now. We have a centralized funnel in the middle of it. Cannot identify if it's on the ground yet. We're on the north side of it, probably a mile and a half. There is a funnel in the middle of it. Focus in on we're getting ready to lose the shot for the trees. We're trying to race east, David, to stay up with this thing, but we'll keep you posted on it.
All right, great job, Alan. Alan had the first tornado of the day live right here on News 9. It didn't last very long, maybe 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds or a minute, and it did some light. It looks like we saw damage. We saw debris in the air just on the north side of Cromwell. And look at the wall cloud this thing now has in it. It is a big, big wall cloud here for sure. Okay, let's take a look at the tornado as it was on the ground from Alan Brosey. There's the cone, and you're going to look like up here, and it looks like a bunch of buzzards flying around on a hot summer day. Those aren't buzzards. Those aren't buzzards. Those are not birds in the air. That's debris. That's debris in the air. And Alan zooms in. There's the tornado. There's the tornado right there crossing the highway. Was that 59?
It's 56.
56. Power flashes. There's the first tornado of the day by Alan Brosey, northeast of...
Highway 56.
Yeah, Highway 56, crossing Highway 56 just north of Cromwell. Okay, that was just a few minutes ago. And again, live right here on News 9. Okay, let's go back to the storm down to the south here. Let's talk about that eastern Seminole County storm. Tornado is crossing now, possibly Highway 9. I'm looking at JD's shot. He's right here. He's in Cromwell. Folks, you folks in Cromwell, listen to me. It's going to Cromwell. I'll say it again. The second storm is going to Cromwell. Okay? Let's do a storm track. Let's go to Links 4 on the second storm. Links 4, Cromwell, 450, 436. You folks in Cromwell, it's coming. Okemah at 508. Okemah, 508. This thing could produce a tornado at any time. JD's coming in from the north. JD's coming in from the north. Okay, let's get back into southwestern Oklahoma here. Talk about the severe storms in the southwest and also to the northwest of us. Whose shot is that? That's Vaughn's shot. Okay. This storm continues to weaken down here in Grady County, which is great news for central Oklahoma. It is still severe. Okay, it is still severe, but it's weakening. Tom's there. Tom's right there looking right at it, and it's still going to have winds in there of 60 miles per hour, and it's headed up towards Dibble, and it's headed towards Norman, but it's weakening right now, and it continues to weaken. Let's back out, see what else is going on here. Okay, we got to watch We got to watch these storms down here. Okay, here's the deal. Hang on here. I'm just trying to get my bearings straight on everything. There's Marty's shot from the storm up north. And, okay, these are moving off. These are going to be in green country here shortly. Alan's right there. Alan's got a great shot. You can see his shot in the middle. And then we've got JD's shot. He's coming in from the north. JD is. We got to watch these cells down here. Now, Marty Logan's up north. Let's go to Marty and get an update on this supercell up here. Marty Logan, look at the wall cloud. And Marty, that storm continues to get stronger. Let's get an update from Marty. And Marty, you're in the sweet spot right now, looking right at it. Shear rate continues to get a little bit stronger right there, right where you're looking, and you know what you're doing. Give me an update, Marty, on that storm. Go ahead.
Yeah, we are about 3 miles west of Mulhall. That storm is straight south. It started southwest. I'm going to widen this out. I want you to look at this whole base. It's a very big base, but the business end of this is right over here. We have rising motion, very slight rotation, nothing tight yet. We're keeping an eye on it as it moves. It's actually going to move right up over us, so we're going to have to move east here in just a little bit. Back to you, David.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Don't do that yet. No. Hang on a second. And by the way, that's my call right now. Okay? We're not just going to start doing that, okay? All right. So this is Marty. He's got that storm up there. And again, these storms are up in Kingfisher County. Let's go back to Lynx 3 and look at the hook on this. Let's go back to Lynx 3. Okay. There it is. Look at the hook on that, right? Okay, so
issue a tornado warning for that storm.
For Marty's?
For Marty's storm.
Okay. Okay, so that's gonna head up towards Mulhall, and Marty Logan's right here. Marty, let's go back to Marty Logan one more time. We'll figure it out here. Just give me a second. Let's go back to Marty Logan. Marty Logan, tornado warning now for your storm. Again, look at the bowl, folks. It's a big rain-free base. It's getting stronger by the minute, and again, it's going to try to produce a tornado. Tail cloud here. It's all coming together. There it is. Marty, give me an update on the spin there. Give me an update on the spin.
Yeah, it's straight south to me. It looks like a half to 1 mile. We're 3 west of Mulhall, looking to the south. It's trying to tighten up just a little bit more. There is some broad rotation in it, and we've had rising motion, but I'm going to have to scoot to the east and get set up on it again, or it's going to get by me.
County. I'm going to put a Lynx 3.
Okay. All right.
Who
Give
has
me a second.
Who has a tornado? What?
Alan does. Let's go to Alan Brosey. Let's go to Alan Brosey. Take Alan's shot. Let's go to Alan. Alan, where's the tornado? There it is. Okay. Alan, go ahead. Give me an update. Give me an update.
Okay, David. We're about 4 miles to the northeast of Cromwell. Have Justin give you our exact ID, but we have a tornado on the ground. Violent motion up in the sky. It's tore some trees up in here. And we're pointed northeast on David, but violent motion up in the wall cloud right now.
Okay. All right. Alan, the circulation's to your left, right? Left of the highway, left of the road there.
Yes, left of the highway. It's over the fence post or the billboard sign you see right there, just to the left of it, or right of it, to the right of it.
Okay. All right. Let's. Yeah. Is it on the ground, Alan? Is it on the ground right now?
Okay. It has been on the ground. It crossed the highway in front of us. We had tree damage to it, David.
Okay.
Saw some trees being lifted. Very violently rotating, though. This thing is cranked up. It's not going to stop for a while. We're going to have to try to get in a better shot. We'll get back to you in just a second.
Okay. All right. Get back in position. Justin, keep him out ahead of it here. Okay. Let's go to we'll get back into northern Oklahoma. There are no tornado warnings right now in southern or southwestern Oklahoma. We've got a severe storm now coming into Grady County, but we have a tornado warning now for Marty Logan's storm up north.
And we have a storm track on that on Lynx 4.
And I tell you what, let's go to Vaughn Shot. Let's go to Vaughn Shot, control room. I know we can't talk. Let's go to Vaughn Shot. There's a tornado. There's a tornado on the ground. This is live on News 9 from Vaughn Caster. There's a tornado. You're seeing it live on News 9. You're seeing it live right here on News 9. This is going to be the tornado now that is just north of I-40 off into eastern Oklahoma. Okay? All right, there's the tornado right here. There's a tornado. I'm looking at it right now. There's a tornado.
This is going to be northwest of Okemah.
Okay, just northwest of Okemah. All right, this is going to be lifting. Look at the wind here blowing through. There's a tornado with that. Vaughn's right there. This is northwest of Okemah. All right, let's go back south here. Let's go back south. And let's go back south down the line. That's that storm here that's producing a tornado. Oh, excuse me. Now we've gone into Logan County. All right, possible tornado here. All right, now let's back out just a bit. Let's see what Marty Logan has. Marty's getting back in position. Okay, let's jump back south here. Let's find out what's going on down to our south.
Go to
one more
links
time.
3.
Let's go to links 3, control room. Strong rotation out west of Butner. JD's right there. And I'm looking at JD's shot. And let's back out just a bit. Let's back out just a bit. And let's go back down to southern Oklahoma. Then we'll get back to that storm. Okay, so that's weakening. That's weakening. And, okay, who's talking?
Alan.
All right, let's go to Alan Brosey. There you go, Alan. There it is. Tornado on the ground. Go ahead. Give me an update.
David, this is a strong tornado on the ground. It's going to be at least 300 yards wide. It's moving. We're at 56 and 48. It's on the northeast corner of that, moving northeast. We've got a lot of trees in the way. We're going to have to move again in just a second, but it is on the ground, just tearing the countryside up. David, back to you.
Okay, all right. Hey, Lacey, take it here just for a sec.
All right, where Alan is located, if we go to links 3, you can see exactly where he is for folks in Okfuskee County, okay? So Alan's location, we can keep his shot up too, is just to the west of Okemah. And I'm going to turn on the rotation, and you can see it. It is just south of Castle, so I'll do some measurements for you here. Just south of Castle by about 2 miles, and it is just to the west of Okemah by about 4 miles. That's the location, and that is continuing to track more to the northeast. So we'll put this into motion for you, and you can see the direction this is heading. Folks in Castle, you've got to take your tornado precautions right now. And anyone living on the northwest side of Okemah, same thing. This is heading up to the small community eventually of Last Chance. May even go, no, it'll go south of IXL. You're going to be fine. But this is eventually making its way into Mulgee County. And we've got the next storm down the line.
Lacey, I do have a track on that storm that Alan is on.
Okay,
yes,
take
on
that
links 4.
times for that one then.
Okay, guys, okay, great job. We're going to take that storm that both Vaughn and Alan Castor currently have that tornado on, and it's going to continue to track off to the northeast. I've got it moving at 40 right now. It is moving very fast, and it should be in Beggs at 520, Okmulgee at 520, Preston at 522, Bixby at 546, eventually Haskell at about 551, Broken Arrow at 559 if it continues for that long, Lacey.
And of course, that's heading into our sister station, Channel 6's viewing area. Right now in Seminole County, though, David, that tornado warning continues further to the south. So on links 3, JD, this rotation is just out his window, and this is going to be approaching Butner, and it is moving to the more to the right now, David.
Yeah, it's going to, okay, it's turned a little bit right. We have JD on the line now. JD's in Butner, and let's go to JD. Let's take his stream, control room. And JD, there it is. It's just to your west. You know what you're doing there. It's going to cross the highway just to your northwest, not very far. What do you think? How's the rotation? Go ahead, JD.
Yeah, the rotation is very tight, David. This thing just briefly touched directly to my west. This thing is wrapped up tight. It's a huge wall cloud, David. And just like the storm just to the north of us a while ago, this thing's coming towards Cromwell. So I hope them guys don't let their guard down. They need to be taking cover again. This thing is likely to produce another tornado headed towards Cromwell. This thing has briefly touched down. We'll send it back to you, David.
All right, great job, JD. Once again, he's on the second storm down the line, still in Seminole County. Let's go back to radar here. Let's go back to links 3. Look at the hot spot. Look at the bullseye looking right back at you, okay? This is still east of Seminole. This is north of Highway 9. We'll back out of here just a bit. There's JD, and he's in Butner.
And, on Highway 56.
Yeah,
JD's on 56.
Crossing Highway 56. There's Cromwell. It's probably going to go just south of Cromwell. So if you live in Cromwell or south of town, you got to go to your safe spot right now. I'm looking at Marty Logan's shot. We've got a lot going on here. And this thing is going to, again, this one is going up just south of Cromwell. And then to Alan Brosey's on the storm to the north. Does Alan have a tornado on the ground right now? We have multiple rotating storms.
We have 3 tornado warnings right now.
3 tornado warnings. We've got these 2. And let's see, there's Alan's shot. Let's go back to Alan Brosey. He's on this tornado, possibly on the ground still. Alan, is it on the ground? Give me an update there. Northwest
David,
of Okemah.
It's not on the ground that we can tell, but it's been on the ground at least a dozen times right now, approaching the township of Castle and just east of there. We're on 48, is that right? We're on 48 headed north, trying to parallel this thing. It's cranked up, though, David. The rotation is very, very strong in it. And, yep, it's still rotating, but we cannot identify anything on the ground at the moment. But it's been on a dozen times, David. Back to you.
Okay, no. There we go. Okay, great job there, Alan. Stay with it here a little while longer. And then we're going to turn this over to Tulsa, and then we're going to start to bring him back. Okay, let's go to let's go back to northern Oklahoma here. Go back to Logan County. And everybody keep an eye on the shots. Everybody watch the shots here. Let's go to Bobby Payne's coming in from the south. Let's go to Marty Logan and get an update from Marty. And Justin, is Marty he's in good shape. Let's go to Marty. Marty, your shot isn't positioned just right. I know you're driving. You're fine. What's it look like to you out the window? No tornado on the ground, but it is rotating with your storm. Give me an update.
Yeah, we've got the camera aimed out the passenger window. Very muddy roads out here. We're having kind of a hard problem right now with driving. I've got it in four-wheel drive. Yeah, you heard that. Very muddy road. So we got to get repositioned and look back south at it. Right now we have had some slight rotation. Let me get reset because we're on a very muddy road.
You're fine, Marty. We'll get back with you. Let's go back to Alan Brosey, tornado live on the ground. Tornado live on the ground. There it is, right there. Alan Brosey, tornado live on the ground near Okemah. Give me an update on that. Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, David, we're in the township of Castle right now, and this thing just skirted the edges of the east side edges of Castle. It's still on the ground. You can see it in the shot. Focus, zoom in on it. There you go. This thing has been on the ground off and on now for about 20 minutes, David. We're going to have to go north to try to catch up to it, but it is still doing its thing out there. Got a lot of people trying to come in here to. Looks like a lot of emergency vehicles coming in right now to check on things. So we'll let you know what we find, but it's still on the ground doing damage.
Okay, there it is. So the tornado continues on the ground. There's the cone right here. There's the right side of the cone, the left side of the cone. It's hard to see. That's the tornado, though. Okay, let's go back to radar. Let's go back to Link 3 and talk about the storms over there on Link 3. Alan is right here. There's the tornado. It's just to his north. Vaughn's right there. What does Vaughn see? What does his shot see? Anything?
He's been in the
Let's
trees
punch him
and
up.
hills.
And
I think he's trying to get into position.
He's on that storm. He should see the tornado.
North of it looks like northeast.
Okay. How is he not seeing it in his shot? We got to figure this out here because it's. Can he hear us? Is he in our system or is he only on? Okay. All right. That's Vaughn Castler's shot. He's right there with Alan. But an Allen shot, it must have just lifted then. If it did, it just now lifted. Okay. Darren's shot. We've got the next cell down to the.
Alan's saying that it's still on the ground. He can see it in the distance.
Okay, yeah. No, I believe him. Okay, let's go back to radar here. Let's go back. There it is. There's where Alan is. There's Vaughn. It's right here spinning. It's right here spinning. It's going to be northeast of Castle. Okay, northeast of Castle. Tornado. There's the hook right here. Okay, that's one tornado we have on the ground right now, northeast of Castle. This is northwest of Okemah. Let's come back down here a little further south. Tornado on the ground. It's going to Last Chance. Not the best name on a day like today, but it's going to Last Chance, all right? This is your last chance to go to your safe spot. How about that? All right, so the next one down the line is right here. This is in eastern Seminole County. This is Hughes County. This is Wetumpka. It's going to go well north of Wetumpka. You folks in Wetumpka, you're fine. What am I looking at from Vaughn? Let's go back to Vaughn Castor's shot of the tornado. There's the tornado, again, on the ground. From Vaughn, there it is. There's the debris. It's right here. You can see the condensate right here. See the condensate? See the condensate right there? Water vapor? See that little pocket right there? That's the tornado. It's right here. Doesn't look like much, but it is. There's a cone. There's a condensate. Let's go back to Alan Brosey. Multiple tornadoes on the ground. Multiple. There's Alan Brosey. Alan Brosey, go. Give us an update. There it is.
Okay, David, it's northeast of Castle, about 2 miles now. Still moving to the northeast. It's getting ready to go behind the telephone pole. We're going to hold this shot because it's going to come through the pole. It looks like it's probably an EF1, EF2 if I had to speculate, but without seeing the damage where it's at now, I can't tell you. But seeing Cromwell, it definitely tore some roads and shingles off because we had debris in the ground, debris in the air less than 150 yards from it. Okay, this thing is fully condensated. You can see it right now, fully condensated all the way to the ground. It's not very big, and it looks like it's being pushed.
Yep.
You guys get the shot?
Yep, there's a tornado. There it is, live, right here.
It is headed towards Okemah Lake, David.
Okemah Lake. Beautiful lake off in eastern Oklahoma. A lot of good fishing there going on, but hopefully not today. There's the tornado on the ground, snaking along. And, folks, this tornado is moving from the east to the west. It's not moving to the northeast. It is on the ground, tornado on the ground live. Look at that shot. Look at it snaking. Do we have Vaughn's shot?
He's getting into position.
All right, Vaughn's hauler when he gets in position.
He's on your screen up there. You can see him.
I can't see him. Okay. Can we get Vaughn on the air? If we can, let me know. Look at the tornado roping out. Look at that rope. Look at that tornado live on the air. This is again near Okemah. We've got another tornadic supercell going through Seminole County right now. That tornado is on the ground right now, obviously.
And I keep watching JD's shot. So far, no tornado with that one.
Right, no tornado on the storm down to the south. Okay, let's go back to radar here. Let's go back to radar. This is Alan Brosey's shot. Okay, this is Okfuskee County right here. Okay, there's Okemah. And then we've got the other supercell tornado warning on that. JD is on that. No tornado on the ground with that. That is producing a tornado. And it's going to, don't you think it's going to Okfuskee? I mean, track-wise?
Yeah, it's going to be close.
It's going to be close.
And eventually New Yucca.
And this is on the very, very eastern fringe. It's going to go right over Last Chance. All right? If you know anybody that lives in Last Chance, this is your last chance to go to your safe spot, all right? It's just southwest of you. Bond's there. Look at the rotation here. Look at the couplet. Tornado on the ground continues. It's still on the ground right there. That's what it looks like, okay? With that. Let's go back to Marty Logan. Let's jump into northern Oklahoma. And I want to point out right now, we don't have anything headed towards Oklahoma City. We have nothing headed towards Oklahoma City right now, okay? All right? I promise. And we're watching. We've got a storm down in Ninnekah that's making our way towards the city, but it's not going to be here in the next half hour or 45 minutes. And it's a storm that is struggling down in Grady County. It is struggling in Grady County. All right, let's go to links. I'll tell you what, let's stay with Marty. Let's get an update. Marty Logan, tornado warning continues for your storm. It still has a hook on it, no doubt about it. What do you think? Tight rotation, Marty. Right out your window. Tight rotation. Give me an update.
Yeah, we turned on it, looked at it. Justin said the thing has went past us just a little bit. We've been bawhawing out here trying to get through muddy roads, having a difficult time. But we're getting reset. We're going to get back up here to the highway. Let's see, that would be Highway 51, and then we'll be able to go east with it again.
Okay, all right, great job, Marty. Stay with it as you, again, continue to push through Logan County, and eventually it's going to come into northwestern Payne County. Okay, let's go back to Links 3, and here it is. All right, there's Mulhall. All right, we got Marty Logan here, and he's looking at that. Okay, there's the track. All right, now look what it's doing here. Look where it's going. It's going to go basically over part of Lake Carl Blackwell and Lake McMurtry. If you live near these lakes up here, you need to be going to your safe spot right now. Lowest level, center part of the house. We know the drill. It's moving northeast at about, let's say, 30, 35. Okay? And we'll update some of the cities here. But, again, it's not going to, it's not going to get all the way north. This fan's probably a little far out.
Yeah, I'll take it back.
Maybe just a little bit here. But we've got the tornado spin going on with that, all right? But Orlando at 4:58 or 5 o'clock, Morrison 5:37, Pawnee 5:56, and Ralston at about 6:11. That's where this tornado possibly producing storm here. Not produced one yet. It's not produced one yet. And we'll see what it does. Moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. So Orlando, 5 o'clock. Perry, 5:17. You folks in Perry, tornado warning just to your southwest. Pawnee, 6 o'clock.
That
Fairfax.
has taken almost the same path as the Monday storm.
Yeah,
over
it did.
Crescent. Yeah, and then up towards Perry.
Yeah, it did. It's going right over the same path as Orlando. It looks like it might go a little bit farther south, though, this time.
Yeah,
it's
very
definitely going to
similar.
Orlando west. Okay? Call City, 6:20. Webb City, 6:37. And Granola at 7 o'clock.
And David, they also have a flash flood warning for Garfield, Logan, Noble, and Payne counties because we've already had so much rain in that area.
Yeah.
So they had to reissue that.
That's good. Flash flood warning now for basically where this storm has been. We're picking up another 1 inch of rain. That's too much. That's too much. So, okay, so we have Jim going north. Is that what we're doing now? And we'll get him up here. We'll take a look at it here. He's almost back in position here. But this thing has not produced a tornado. Everything has been off in eastern Oklahoma. Okay, let's give you the big view here. And we do have storms down here, but I tell you what, they're really struggling right now. We can't leave them because they can intensify. The atmosphere is set up to possibly, obviously, get tornadoes today. We've been saying that all day. So far, the tornadoes have been fairly low end. We've had some EF1s, maybe an EF2 in there. But we've had some lower end tornadoes so far. But, again, Marty's on that, Bobby's on that, Darren's on that storm. It's not on the ground. Tornado warning continues. We've got these storms down here. Let's go back down here and take a look at this Grady County storm. And this was a beast earlier. This was a big, big storm. over Ninnekah, and now it's dying.
There's not a drop of lightning in southern Oklahoma.
There's no lightning. These are all dead. And what we were worried about, and we still are, is that these were to intensify and come up I-44 into the metro, but these are weakening. These are weakening, so that's good news for Oklahoma City for now. We need to watch this storm down here, though. It is getting a little bit better organized. And Justin, you see the storm now? I know, down in Purdy.
West of Paul's Valley?
Yeah.
There? Yeah, Hanks on in
okay.
route.
Yeah, that looks interesting to me. And it seems to be that the atmosphere is a little more set up pretty close and east of I-35.
Yeah, once the storms get into central Oklahoma, latest high-res data still has them kind of exploding again, really ramping up again once they get back into central Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So
we'll
they're
see.
struggling now. We'll just have to see what they look like when they get here.
They are struggling. They're struggling big time down here. These two are for sure. So we're not going to leave these storms. We're going to keep tracking these storms because the environment overhead is set up to get tornadoes. And we know that, okay? So they're moving northeast now at about 35 miles per hour. A little bit of rain in Ninnekah. Tom's there. Val's there. Hank's right there. So we're going to watch these. The big story is still into eastern Oklahoma. All right, how close is Jim coming in from the south? Let's go back. Just let me know. We can turn him on here if you want.
He's in Little.
Huh?
Little.
What's that? How close is Jim Gardner?
Yeah, he's in Little.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, he's making his way. Okay. All right, so let's go back. I'll tell you what. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's go back to Alan and get an update from Alan on the storm that he's had over there. All right, go ahead. Give me an update, Alan. Alan Brosey. Are you going north?
Alan?
Alan Brosey?
Go ahead. Yeah, we're here.
All right, go ahead. Give me an update.
Okay, David, we that tornado weekend and we lost it in the trees. Justin's pulled us back around. We're headed south to try to catch up to the next storm now, and we'll advise you what we got. But we did have damage. We did have a damage path through here as it crossed here at Castle, and just east of Castle there was damage and trees in the debris path here. Yeah, it looks like it's weakening somewhat, David. I'm not under it anymore. We're headed south, and I'll let you know what we find. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Alan. And Greg, hang on a second here. Greg Ward, just give me 1 second. Let's go back to radar. Let me talk to you here just a second here. I tell you what. Let's go back to, what does JD's shot look like? Do we have JD's shot still up?
His shot just went down. That's the feed, but his shot is actually down.
Okay. All right. Let's back out of this just a second. Let me see this storm versus a northern storm.
Okay.
Hang on just a second here, Greg. Let's just make sure. Let's go back into this. What's this doing up here? All right. Is it shrinking? No.
Hell course almost come up a couple notches.
Okay. What does Marty have on that? Yeah, get a velocity here. Let's see what it's doing in velocity. Okay. Well, it's getting a little bit smaller. What's shear rate look like on that? This is that tornado warning for western Payne County.
The circulation is crossing I-35 at Highway 51.
Yeah, Marty's right there. Okay, let's go to Marty here real quick. Let's get an update from Marty Logan. And Marty, your camera's not situated right. I know that. You're moving. Give me an update on what the wall cloud looks like. Go ahead.
Yeah, we are moving. We're getting over here east, and we're going to go back north on 86. The storm is just going to be right behind us, but we've got to get turned. We can get a look at it. Still looks like it's kind of high pace. There is some circular motion into the base of it and some rising motion. Never did see a true funnel, so we're going to keep an eye on it since it's tornado warning. Keep following it. Back to you, David.
Yeah. Hang on. Lacey, take this for a second.
Yeah, he was talking about how it's a little bit high base. I was just looking at the moisture content up there where that storm is moving into, and dew points are in the mid-60s versus the 70s when it was a little bit further to the south. So it may struggle a little bit. That would be excellent news. Not only is Marty Logan right there, but Darren Stevens is closing in on that storm too. So the circulation, I'll kind of show it to you folks, in Payne County, also in southern Noble County. If we can go to links 3. There we go. We'll zoom on in a little bit closer. So here's I-35. You can see Marty's location there, his GPS. He's on Highway 51, and you can see the circulation. It is tight, and Marty was saying that. It's just not, it's not made any attempt to make its way to the ground in the very lowest levels of the atmosphere, which is excellent. It can spin all day the way it is right now. But that's going, the circulation will be trying to make its way over the north side of Lake Carl Blackwell and eventually Lake McMurtry. Okay, Stillwater, if it keeps on its current path, it's going to go well to the north of Stillwater, but it will be tracking eventually up towards Morrison. Pete's Corner, that's where Darren is right now, coming in on Highway 64. So Darren and Marty are both surrounding that, keeping a close eye on it, and still no tornado imminent, we'll say, with that. But the hook is there. It really is, and I mean, it is still very much rotating. We're watching another cell, too, that has popped up, keeping a close eye on. It's now over West Point, and that's moving up Highway 102. It's just to the east of Glencoe, heading up towards Pawnee. That one also has the potential to strengthen over the next little while. What's so interesting about Marty's storm, too, is that it has no lightning with it now. No lightning. It's moving into dew points, David, that are in the mid-60s, but the circulation is there. I mean, it's still spinning like crazy. Yeah,
and it still has a mesocyclone on it. So the tornado warning is going to continue for you folks now east of Orlando. If you live in and around Lake McMurtry, down to Lake Carl Blackwell, and up towards Morrison. Darren's in Morrison, looking off to his southwest, okay? So, again, this is what we're worried about here, all right? If you live in, again, in and around west of Stillwater, this is not coming to you. It's going to go north and west of Stillwater, but this storm is shrinking. It's shrinking. Marty's there. Darren's there. Bobby Payne's coming in from the west, and the tornado warning does continue, so you still need to go to your, again, safe spot, right? Lowest level, center part of the house. You got to get out of that mobile home, but here's the deal. The circulation has weakened some. We're still watching it. Marty Logan's looking right at it. It's going to go on the western and northern sides of Lake Carl Blackwell and Lake McMurtry, and then from there it's going to Morrison. It's going to Morrison. Okay, let's come back south. There's Vaughn shot. Wow, look at Vaughn shot.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Let's come back south. And again, southern Oklahoma, these storms are not even storms anymore. These are dying. At least these are. Ninnekah, that's gone. Apache, that's gone. Let's go back south here a little farther.
Okay.
Just to make sure. We've got a storm now in Garvin County, west of Pauls Valley. That's beginning to increase. We've got two down here, actually. Hank is coming in from the north. And let's go to Hank and take a look at it here. Here's Hank's shot. And let's go to Hank Brown and get an update from Hank. And Hank, there's that storm now going up pretty hard and fast just to your right, just to your south. Two storms down there. Hank, give me an update.
Yeah, David, we're in Lindsay headed towards Maysville to try to drive through the middle of the quarter. Right now, a pretty vigorous updraft, but it appears to be multicellular. We've been watching it for about the last 15 or 20 minutes. It's looked a lot like this, where it just has different updrafts that go up and come down, keep cycling, kind of like they've been doing.
Thank you, Hank. Stay with that. That's going to try to do something as well. Justin, I'd go ahead and bring Bobby south. Yeah. We've got two guys on that northern storm anyway, so let's get him back south just to make sure. Let's see what it does. Yeah, we've got new stuff going up.
Alan has golf balls, too.
Who does?
Alan.
All right, we'll go back to Alan here in just a second. Let's go back to Link 3, and I want to give you the big view. Thunderstorms in northern Oklahoma here. This one's had the tornado warning on it. It continues to slowly weaken some. All right, that's good news. It's going to miss Stillwater, but it's going to try to go to Morrison. All right, new showers and storms developing in southeastern Kingfisher County. We need to watch these. We don't know yet what they're going to do, right? And then with the showers down south, this was a big storm earlier. This one was really, really cranked up. It's now weakened. It's just some showers. This is weakened. It's just some showers. And let's go south into Garvin County. And let me show you what's going on. Garvin County here, west of Pauls Valley. Purdy, south of Maysville, we have these two storms here. These are probably going to merge right on top of Hank. Here's Hank. And he's looking right at him. Okay? These are going to merge. Hey, Justin, why is Hank, is he stopped? Okay? All right, find out what's going on. He needs to be eastbound and down. They're going to merge as one to his east. Justin, he's got to be moving.
Traffic, David.
Huh?
He's in traffic. He was at a stoplight.
Oh, okay. Oh, he was on a stoplight. That might explain it. Okay, so these cells, we got to watch these, okay? These are going to head up towards Wayne and Payne, and then these are going to head up into Cleveland County. All right, a new storm taking off here near Katy. All right, we got to watch that. We got to watch that storm as well. Okay? So these two areas we need to keep a close eye on. And Justin, we need to be thinking about Tom and Val and these storms down here to your east that are going up, because Hank's going to have his hands full. Okay, let's back out of this just a bit here. Tornado warnings continue. This is now on the eastern fringe of our viewing area. Do we have any tornadoes right now on the ground? We've had many. We've had many. Tornado warning now for Okfuskee County, going into Okmulgee County. There's Okmulgee. Tornado's been on the ground from that. This one did not produce a tornado. At least, I guess JD said it might have briefly produced a tornado. And Jim Gardner's right there. Do we have Jim shot? Let's get a shot from Jim. And Greg, get a shot from Jim up. Get him in position here, looking off to his east. And we'll see what he has out of that. And I know it's up, but he doesn't have it positioned yet towards the storm. Okay, he's coming around right now. All right, let's go back to Jim Gardner and get an update. And Jim, that storm to your east and southeast there, it is rotating. It is turning. But JD's right there. Looks like it's not on the ground. We're watching it. Give me an update. Go ahead, Jim. Do we have Jim Gardner? Okay. Well, there's his shot. And, hey, Greg, any reason why he can't? Do we know why?
I got warnings going off my ear.
There he is. Jim Gardner,
There
can you
go,
hear me?
David.
This is Payne.
Yeah, we're just crossing I-40 here. We're about 4.3 miles northwest of Cromwell, closing in on this thing. And I really can't see too much, David, but as we get closer to about the next 2 or 3 minutes, I can give you a good update. Jim Gardner, Pro Live for Bob Mills, Scotty's 9, back to you.
Okay, great job there, Jim. We'll stay with us a little bit longer, and then that's going to move out. It'll be moving to the eastern fringe of our viewing area, and we're going to keep tracking it. We're not going to let it go until it's completely out of our viewing area. All right, then we're going to come back to the south, but this is a big, big storm. Let's go to Alan Brosey and get an update from Alan. He's coming in on the next supercell down the line. This is in Okmulgee County, and look at the lowering on this. I know exactly. He's at the Loves right there. Okay, Alan, there's the wall cloud to your southwest. Alan Brosey,
Yes.
Give me an update. Yeah, you pull in. You may want to. Yeah, there you go. Okay, go ahead, Alan.
Okay, David, we're in Okemah on I-40 right now, and you can see a very large wall cloud. Got a couple of feeder bands. We don't have a tornado or a centralized funnel at the time. I do know it's rotating, and it looks like over the 50-mile-per-hour sign you see there at the bottom, that'll be centralized rotation. This storm looks like it. Okay, I think I hear sirens in Okemah. If they aren't, they need to stay on the sirens. It's going to come just south of Okemah and east of Okemah. So that's the direction right now. It's traveling. It's coming into the southeast sides of Okemah. Got a centralized rotation, but no tornado. Just a small funnel in there above the white truck you see. And,
all right.
We're going to keep an eye on it. Back to you, David.
Okay, great job there, Alan. This is going to go right over or just south of Okemah, and Okemah has been in the hot spot today for sure. Okay, let's go back. I tell you what, control room, let's go to Vaughn shot. This is either on the ground, and this is that northern storm, but I want to take a look at it here on Vaughn shot. Vaughn Caster. That's on the ground. Okay, that tornado's on the ground. Okay, hang on a second here. This is on the ground. This is from Vaughn Caster. This is going to be, wow, look at that. This is going to be Park Wheeler Corner near Haydenville.
Yeah, crossing Highway 56
right,
again,
yeah.
headed towards New York.
I saw the cone on the ground for a second. It was definitely on the ground. Oh, I wish those trees weren't there. Okay, look at the motion here, folks. Look at the motion on that. This is from Vaughn Caster. Look at this. Look at the motion here. Look at the motion coming around. Okay. We've got our trackers up north. We've got our trackers down south. We have our trackers east. Okay, Vaughn's on that. Alan Brosey's on the next one. What's the northern storm look like? On a level of 1 to 10, where are we? Okay, this is, God, I wish we could talk to Vaughn. Does he see debris? I don't see any debris right now, but it's close. This is definitely going to produce another tornado. If it doesn't, I'll be shocked. It looks like it's not on the ground, but man, it is. I can't see what's going on. I don't know what's below this. Okay.
It's a story of green country right there.
Yeah, I know. This is how you chase in eastern Oklahoma, right? From the tallest hill you can find, and hope it works out for you.
The northern storm still continuing to be disorganized. Marty is right underneath it. So if it does anything, Marty's going to holler, that's for sure.
Okay, all right. I think we're a developing tornado here possibly. And is he in Okfuskee County?
Vaughn?
Yeah.
Vaughn, it's almost into Okmulgee County.
He's almost in Okmulgee County. Okay, that looks like it's on the ground. Again, this is out of our viewing area, but just by a few miles. Okay, let's go back to, he'll get back in position. Keep an eye on his shot. Let's go back to Lynx 3 control room. And we've got the one storm up north. Let's go back into Noble County. And that's what we're worried about right now. This storm, though, it's still a supercell. We're going to go to Marty here in just a second. You can see the hook on it. Tornado warning continues. And like we said, it's going to go to Morrison. There's a couplet right here crossing Highway 77. This is 77. Oh, it becomes 86.
Maybe briefly, and yeah, I know it as 77.
Yeah, that looks kind of weird. Okay, so but here it is. There's Lake Carl Blackwell. The circulation is north of town, northwest of the lake, 4 miles. Okay, and then it's going to be going to the northeast. Okay, it's going to where Darren is, Pete's Corner, Lake McMurtry. It's going to go just barely north of you. Lake McMurtry, just barely north of you. And then from there, it's going to go to Morrison and Pete's Corner.
And the intersection there of 64 and 177 is Bill's Corner. And we're getting a lot of people reminding us of that because it is more formally known at that intersection as Bill's Corner. Pete's Corner is just a little bit to the west, but everyone in the area, I've been there 100 times, it is Bill's Corner.
Okay.
We know it.
Well,
and if I zoom in a little closer, I can show you it is Bill's Corner.
Okay, well, we want to
Let's
forget
clarify
about Pete.
Let's clarify that.
Let's forget about Pete, and we're going with Bill.
Yes.
And David.
All right, we apologize to Bill. What? Sorry.
Darren is there, and he was looking back and saw a brief funnel here a minute or
Okay.
two ago.
All right, from
But
this.
he's, looking directly at it.
Yeah, he's looking right at it. Do we have Darren's shot in the mix? We don't. Okay. All right. I'll tell you, let's go to Marty Logan. He's right there. Justin, is Marty northbound and down to go back east?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to Marty Logan. Marty, circulation is 2 miles to your southeast. What do you see right now when you look back that direction?
Well, right now we're moving north. We are almost into Perry. We're going to hit 64 and scoot back east. I heard Darren say that funnel, he could see it. It must have been right over the top of us. We're in a light rain right now just coming in on the south side of Perry. We're going to scoot back over east on 64. Back to you.
Marty, one more time. When you look to your southeast, do you see the lowering? I know you're headed northbound. Do you see the lowering to your southeast? Marty Logan?
Yeah, I got to stop to look.
Okay, all right. Well, hang on. We'll come back to you here. Well, just go ahead. He'll stop there. Give me an update, Marty. When you look back to your southeast.
We're looking.
Yep.
Yep, right there left of the sign. Nope, can't see it right now. Just a heavy rain core right in there to our south.
All right.
I got to keep going.
Yep. Keep going. Let's go back to Alan Brosie's shot. He's over in Okmulgee County. Let's go to Alan Brosie's shot. Alan, big wall cloud now. Big wall cloud.
New wall clouds. This is the new wall cloud, David.
There's the new one. Go ahead.
This one is over Okemah right now. Got a funnel. You can see the funnel in the middle hanging down. It's only about a third of the way down. It's rotating pretty good.
Okay.
The one back to our south and east right now is not looking that impressive. This one, but this one's just crossed over Okemah.
Okay.
Over I-40. So Okemah needs to keep their sirens on because this thing is over their community right now.
To the northeast.
Okay, we got a lot of rotation and upward motion on it, David. No tornado on the ground. I don't see any debris just yet.
So this is the second one down the line. The one further to the north is moving into the southeastern portions of Creek County, moving into Okmulgee County, and the second storm is kind of right in the heart of Okfuskee County. So we've got Alan Brosie right there. I'm going to zoom in closer on Lynx 3. You can keep his shot up. I'm just looking at it here. It's right over Okemah. Alan, the circulation is just to your north, correct?
It's to our north and east now of Okemah. It looks like it's crossed I-40 just barely.
Okay, just barely.
Just
already
barely.
Crossed I-40, so it's headed back over, crossing Highway 56.
Very little to the ground. Tip it down just a bit. Tip it down. Yeah. Okay, we got a funnel there.
Yeah, I can see it. Do you see any debris there at the bottom?
It's over halfway down.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we're gonna have to get moving to keep up.
Okay.
We're gonna have to get on I-40.
Go ahead, Alan. Okay. All right. Let's go back to Lynx 3 here. And okay, this is Okemah. This is where Alan is. Tornado right here. He's looking back. He's looking back to his west.
northeast now, David. The circulation is actually.
Oh, it's a
different wall cloud.
Oh, yeah, we've got two. I'm sorry. Yes, we do. We've got, okay, yeah, we've got a new one trying to fill in back here. Okay, so that's fine. All right, two areas of circulation. Sure, why not? Okay, but no tornado on the ground right now from Alan. All right, let's go back out here. Let's back out just a second. And, I hear Jim. We've got storms in Logan County going up. Bobby Payne's on back into Kingfisher County. All right, and then we've got the storms down south that aren't doing too much right now, but we need to keep an eye on those. So we're tracking them. Yeah, let's bring, hey, Greg. Yeah, tell Greg we're still good. We're going to bring Jim back. This storm continues to hang on, but it's having some issues a little bit, which is a good problem to have. Let's go ahead and zoom on in. We have Darren's shot.
Yes, it's right here, David.
Okay, there's Darren's. I see Vaughn's. This storm is becoming stretched out, not as tornadic, if you will, looking as it did the last half hour. It is still a supercell. It is still rotating north of Lake McMurtry, north of Lake Carl Blackwell. There's the hook, but this storm is stretching out. It's stretching out. Now, sometimes when a supercell stretches out, it will produce a tornado. It may not be a very big tornado, but when they stretch out and begin to weaken, they can tighten up, and you have barely anything left except an updraft, and you can get a tornado. So we need to watch that, okay? Again, this is going to Bill's Corner. It's going to Bill's Corner at Highway 64 and 177, okay? It's going to Bill's Corner. We're watching that, all right? That's coming in from the southwest. We'll do a storm track on that here in just a second. Let's go back into Logan County here, guys, and let's talk about the storms taking off in Logan County. Okay, these are going to be near Crescent, just south of Crescent. Bobby Payne is coming in from the north. I'm looking at all of our trackers here. Jim Gardner getting back in position. And these cells right now, they're going up. We'll see what they do. They are increasing currently, but none of these are too scary yet. But I tell you what, the atmosphere is still very volatile today with high instability, strong jet stream, and you can get rotating thunderstorms, right? So we need to keep it. We need to keep an eye on these two storms, and we need to get Bobby shot up here coming up as well. Okay, Alan Brosey still has the big lowering. He's off to our east along I-40. Alan Brosey, let's take his shot again. Let's take his shot. Then we're going to go back to southern Oklahoma. There's the wall cloud. Alan, I don't see it on the ground. It's a rotating wall cloud for sure. Give me an update.
David, it is rotating hard, and the southern wall cloud has really gotten low to the ground, gotten bigger, and has increased its rotation. This will be a tornado maker. The one that's above the highway here, pan over, Erwin, just catch that. The one that's over the highway right now is weakening. The big one, though, is really cranking up. This will be a tornado producer. It is south of I-40. It will most likely cross I-40 in about 5 minutes. So this is going to be a very, very dangerous position for people on I-40 if they don't watch out. Back to you.
Okay, all right, great job, Alan. Stay with it here a little while longer, then we'll turn that over to Tulsa. But we'll keep tracking that as it moves off to the, again, northeast here. Pretty good clip. Alan has seen multiple tornadoes today over there. Some of those were on the ground for more than just a few minutes, and one of those tornadoes was right in front of him by about 200 yards. Okay, so that's in eastern Oklahoma. Let's come back to the metro. Let's see what's going on around here, and about Vaughn's shot. Just looks like something out of a movie. Okay, so we have thunderstorms developing in Logan County. We have to watch every one of these storms. Jim Gardner's coming back in from the east. Our sister station, Channel 6 in Tulsa, they're going to take these storms now, and they're going to take them on to the east. And we'll get our trackers back in position here. These storms are going up now. Let's go ahead and zoom. By the way, showers in Dibble, these are doing nothing. That's gone. That's nothing to worry about now. That's nothing to worry about. Let's go down here now, and let's see what we have going on. These are having problems too. We'll see what they do, but these went up what we call cyclonically sheared. They were definitely turning.
Alan has it.
Okay, let's go to Alan Brosey. Let's go to Alan Brosey with the tornado still over there in Okmulgee County. There's the tornado. And Alan, tornado is on the ground now. Give me your exact location. Wow, that's a big circulation. Go ahead, Alan.
Okay, David, we're about 4 miles to the east of Okemah. It is on the ground, multiple vortex right now. Zoom in on that, Earl. Get that multi-vortex. It's getting ready to cross I-40 right now. Very, very dangerous situation for people on I-40. It's crossing I-40 just about right now. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you can see the gosh. Yeah, we're having to watch traffic here too, Dave. It's on the ground again, multi-vortex, crossing the highway. Oh, gosh, very stout tube now, condensate, very fast spinning tube.
Okay, Alan.
Very fast spinning tube.
All right. There's a vortex. This is a multiple vortex tornado live on News 9 crossing I-40. Crossing I-40, and I-40 is not shut down. That's what's scary. People traveling I-40. It's
okay, we have. Oh, it's on the ground doing damage. It's on the ground.
Okay, you're
see the vortex now. Multiple vortex over the highway.
Over the highway. Crossing I-40 now.
Just west of the Golden Pony Casino.
Golden Pony Casino.
On the ground. You can see the debris on the ground.
There's a condensate. There's a condensate tube. It's a multiple vortex tornado crossing I-40. We got to get it off the highway. People that don't have any idea what they're looking at get caught in these things because they're not from Oklahoma. And they're
on the ground again, multiple vortex.
Right, okay, multiple vortex tornado live.
We're about 300 yards from it, David, 300 yards.
There it is.
And it's
there it is. It's just dancing. It's just putting multiple little vortices down here. Puts one right after the other. And often when you get a large circulation like that, putting down multiple vortex tornadoes, look at the motion. This isn't sped up. This is live.
Hang on.
Look at the motion of that. Alan Ambrosi, look how fast that is moving from left to right. Tornado on the ground. Multiple vortex tornado on the ground. This is going to be about 6 miles east of Okemah on I-40.
We also have JD's perspective of it, too. He's just east of where Alan is.
Okay, but we don't have his video. Nope. We swapped it out. Alan's shot's incredible. Look at that thing spinning. Look at that, folks. That is going, this is out of just on the eastern fringe of our viewing area. We're turning this over to Channel 6, but we're still tracking it for them, too. That is a large circulation, and I'm worried because the atmosphere is set up. That's the biggest circulation we've seen so far today, that this turns into a large and violent tornado. Okay, and that's a problem. And from there, it's going to go northeast of Okemah. It's going to go to the small community of Sunrise. And then you folks that know anybody that lives in Okmulgee, down to, is it Shutter?
Shetler.
I can't read that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Shetler. Yeah, we got to watch it. Okay, let's go to Links 3 and take a look at it here on Links 3. Large tornado there trying to develop right now. Okay, so this is Okemah. This is I-40. Alan Ambrosi has the tornado right. So that's where the tornado is. And see this? Not quite a debris ball yet. Not quite a debris ball. But control room, let's put Alan up over here if you don't mind. And area of circulation here. Okay, all right, that's the tornado. It's right there. And there it is, okay? Tornado on the ground. It just crossed I-40. It's lifting north, and it's put down a multiple vortex tornado. We had it live on the air. You just saw it right here on News 9. Look at the shear rate. Boom. Yeah, it's way up there. Okay. What's he saying? Is it still on the ground? It looks like it is. Or
yes, it's still on the ground. It's multiple vortex on the ground. Very destructive winds. We've got feeder winds coming into this, David. I guess it's RFD wrapping into it right now, probably 50, 60, 70 miles an hour at times. We're gonna go about a mile or two to the east and then back north and get back under this. Back to you.
And while you're looking at that, the tornado warning in northern Oklahoma, Noble County, Pawnee County has been expired. It's been allowed to be dropped.
Okay, no tornado warning for northern Oklahoma now. That storm, we've been saying it was weakening. It's been weakening, and it was in a little bit less favorable air. We were still concerned about it. We were still on it, but it has weakened now, and we'll take a look at it here one more time. Okay, so let's go back to Links 3. We have these storms have both produced tornadoes. These have produced tornadoes out of each storm. Okay, and this is going to head up towards at least not the highest populated area, right? These are going to stay, at least this southern storm is going to stay south of Tulsa. But if you live in Okmulgee or know anybody who lives in Okmulgee, down north of Henrietta, over to Boynton, you need to be watching this, right? You need to be watching this. This is a big storm for sure. Alan Ambrosi's right there, along with JD. Okay, let's come back to central Oklahoma here. Talk about the storms in Payne County, and Logan County. These are going up. Bobby Payne is right there, and I'll tell you what. Let's get an update from Bobby. Let's go to Bobby Payne. And let's check in with him. Bobby, what do you think? Give me an update as you look at that storm there that is getting stronger, not severe, but it is getting stronger. Go ahead.
David, right now I'm in Crescent, just south of Crescent, and I tell you what, the rain core is coming up quite a bit. Now I'm underneath the draft right now, looking straight up. I'm not seeing any lowerings or rotation at the moment, but the storm is getting stronger. Now the storm is elongated. It's more of a linear shape right now, but again, it's just growing right now, and cloud ground lightning is also starting to really increase just all around me and just to my north. Back to you, David.
Okay, all right, great job, Bobby. Hey, Justin, he's headed south right now, right? Go ahead. Give me an update.
He was heading south to the storms. Now he's caught the storms, so
okay. All right, but he's got a way to get back north and east because the highway's been.
We've planed it out.
Okay, all right, just making sure. Okay, so let's take a look at the tornado video we have, and there's quite a bit of it today. It's been in our eastern viewing area so far, and there it is. There's the tornado. It was a multiple vortex tornado. There's one vortex filling in right in the middle of the rotation itself. And this whole thing is just a big merry-go-round of low pressure. This whole thing basically is the wall cloud, right? The mesocyclone. And then we get these. There goes a vortex crossing I-40. Alan Brosey was live with that, crossed I-40. And again, once again, we've not seen a whole lot of debris in the air. So far, a lot of these have been rural areas, right? Going through trees and pasture land and things like that. So that's good. That's really good. Okay, so here's what's happening right now. Thunderstorms in the metro, we don't have any. We've got storms developing up into Logan County. We need to watch. We've got thunderstorms in Kingfisher County headed up towards Dover. We need to watch those. And again, these are going to be headed off to the northeast towards Mulhall. And these are all going to be severe. These all become severe. But once again, the atmosphere can still get a tornado up north, right? Definitely. And the moisture continues to move in from the south. So the conditions up here are favorable for tornadoes. All right, so if you live in northern Kingfisher County, and well, anywhere north of these storms, right, you need to be paying attention. So Hennessy, Marshall, Orlando again. How many times have we said Orlando in the last 3 days? Orlando, Orlando, Orlando. Thunderstorm here. Now coming into Crescent. Bobby Payne's right there. Let's get an update from Bobby. Let's take his shot and get an update from Bobby Payne. And Bobby, those storms are a little stretched out. They're a little elongated right now, but they are getting stronger now just to your north. And, you know, they're not quite severe, but they're showing at least signs of rotating now. Give me an update.
David, the actual base actually starting to get a little bit lower now as I look back to the northwest. I don't see any rotation right now, but I do see a little bit of rain curtains now coming around on the back side of that lowering. Again, if the storm is elongated, that means it's stretched out. But right now it is maturing. So once it becomes a mature storm, if it does, and a supercell, then we'll have to really watch it close. Back to you, David.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Bobby. Stay with this as it continues to push off to the northeast, going to Mulhall. All right. Let's go to Links 3 and talk about the storms once again that Bobby's on. The tornado warning now for Noble County. Let's get back up in here real quick.
Okay.
It's gone. No tornado warning. It is severe. Marty's still there. He's looking right at it. It's no longer severe. It's just west of Morrison, and this thing is stretched out, just a storm. It still has a mesocyclone in it, but it's no longer strong enough that we're concerned about getting a tornado, right? So that's what's going on with that. And I don't know what's going on with the TV screen here, but
We got Marty's shot and the radar at once.
All right.
Well, David, if they want to go to Links 4, I do have a track on those storms that Bobby is on north of the metro.
Yep. And those are lifting north right now. They are for now. Now, she's got the storm track, and they're lifting to the north. So Covington, 608, Enid possibly a little bit later down the road. Enid, Vance Air Force Base at about 6:30.
Alan's got a big cone.
So they're coming in from the south, okay? They're coming in from the south, lifting to the north, all right? So Enid, Covington, Garber, Hennessy, they're coming in from the south, and they are getting stronger. We have trackers there. Let's go to Alan Brosey and get an update from Alan on the tornado that continues. Look at the left side of the mesocyclone here.
Goodness.
Look at that, folks. That is really, really scary. Alan Brosey, is it on the ground? Give me an update.
Okay, David, about 30 seconds ago we had a nice big cone tornado on the ground. We crossed the damaged path, a lot of trees and structures at my exact location here and points south and east, or south and west of here. Several were hit. We're going to get ready to lose the shot here, but I'll try to get you another one in just a second. But Yeah, this thing is cranking, David. It's very low to the ground, very large circulation. It has not lost any strength. It has not lost any endurance. This thing is really cooking. We're going to try to stay up with it, and we'll let you know what we find. Back to you.
Okay. Yeah, Alan, do me a favor. Point it to the left here. Let's see what that lowering looks like one more time.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at that hook.
Hang on. It's go left, Earl. Go left. I've got traffic behind me, David. I'm trying to negotiate.
That's all right. You're the leader. You're fine. Just have them stay behind you. That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, just pan that. I'm just curious what it looks like one more
There
time.
you go. There you go. Look at it.
There it is. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Big cone. Big cone.
Yeah. Is it on the ground right now? It looks like it. If it's not, it's really, really close. Okay.
David, it looks like it should be on the ground. It was a nice pointed cone, about 2/3 of the way down, and with the velocity that's been on this thing, we've had a lot of damage. I would assume it's on the ground at this point. I would not take that. I would not take that lightly anyway. I would not dismount that or discount that.
Okay. All right. Well, if you see it back on the ground, holler. We'll get you back in. Let's go back to Lynx 3. This is going into Sunrise on Lynx 3 control room, and this is a small community of Sunrise here. It went just south of Last Chance. Well, that circulation went right over Last Chance. This one is right here where Allen is, going to Sunrise. Okay? And I'm looking at Allen's shot. That couplet is right there. Is that on the ground in Allen's shot? It sure looks like it. If it's not, it's not.
Cone on the ground.
It's hard to tell.
Okay, let's go to Allen's shot full screen. Let's see the tornado. Let's see the
Zoom
tornado.
in just a little bit, Earl. Okay, yeah, you see the cone right there, the white cone
there it
right
is.
there. That is on the ground. That is, oh, yes, doing damage, condensate all the way down.
Okay, tornado on the ground now. This is going to be southwest of the small community of Sunrise. All right, is that
Doing
going
damage.
Okay. Alan, it looks like it's going to go really close to Okmulgee again. Say it again. If you know anybody in Okmulgee, you need to call them, wake them up, do whatever. But if I live in Okmulgee or east or south of Okmulgee towards Morris, I'm going to my safe spot right now. I'm sure thinking about it. That
it's
tornado,
a large tornado on the ground. Continues.
Yep, there it is.
Continues on the ground.
That tornado is on the ground right now in eastern Oklahoma. All right, this is just on the eastern edge of our viewing area, but you can see the tornado there. It is on the ground. Condensate clearly all the way to the ground with that. Okay, let's come back to it here. Let's go back to Lynx 3. There's the tornado. It's going to Sunrise. It's going to Okmulgee. Okmulgee might get lucky, and it might go south of them. It's going to be close. But just, you know what, just to be safe, Okmulgee, 6 o'clock, Moore, 6:05, Haskell at 6:34. Okay, let's come back into southern Oklahoma, and let's see what the storms are doing south of the metro. These have struggled a little bit. Man, that's a big hook. That's a big hook. The storms up north are linear right now. Storms down south have struggled. They went up hard and fast, and they went up. We've got individual storms down here that are rotating, but again, they've not gone into that hyper overdrive mode, okay? They've not gone into hyperdrive mode. Tom's down here, Hank's right here, and Hank's looking right at it. Let's go to Hank, and let's talk about our southern counties, Cleveland, McLean, down into Garvin. And Hank, these storms went up pretty hard, but I tell you what, they've kind of struggled a little bit here in the last half hour. They're just kind of hanging on, but as we know, Hank, boy, these are really in an environment that could produce a tornado. So give me an update. Are things kind of holding their own, or what do you think?
Yeah, David, we followed this storm, all of these little cells from Lindsay to Maysville and up north, and now we're back over near Wayne. And, you know, I really thought they were going to try to be a little bit more impressive than they are. We sampled all the cores. We didn't see any hail at all, really no wind to speak of. Right now, they have really decreased in strength. So we'll just kind of keep drifting with it and see if they re-intensify. But right now, it looks like everything's on a downward trend where we are. Back to you.
Yeah, they're just kind of holding their own. You're right. They went up a little bit stronger, and they've actually kind of weakened here in the last half hour. So Hank's down there, Tom's down in there looking at it, and you know, we're tracking it. And let's go back to Lynx 3, and let me show you what's happening. Here they are. Okay, running from I-35 down to Pauls Valley. Let's go ahead and zoom on in, and then we'll get back to the storms up north. Bobby's on those.
You want to zoom on in north?
Yeah, down
south,
here. I'm sorry,
south.
down
Okay.
here. And once again,
Allen has that large tornado.
All right. Let's go to Alan Brosey here. Look at the tornado now. Let's go to Alan Brosey.
Oh no.
And yeah, there's the tornado. That's going to be an EF2. Alan Brosey, that's going to be an EF2 tornado. Go ahead. Give me exact. You're east of Okemah now. just southwest of the small community of Sunrise. Go ahead, big tornado.
That is correct, David. This thing has really organized, got into a very large cone funnel, reached all the way down, and it's doing damage. This is a very large tornado. It looks like it's probably 300 to 400 yards wide at the base. We're about 2 miles to the south of it, trying to keep up with it. We've got a good highway, but this is the best vantage point we found in a while to go ahead and get. So we'll keep up with it and let you know.
Okay, Alan, it looks like it's weird. It's like it's not even moving right now. There's the left side of the wall cloud here, moving from left to right, obviously. You can see the debris shroud. This is whatever it's moving through right now, trees, leaves, fields, homes, barns, whatever's out here. It's not directly in a town right now, but it is on the ground right now in eastern Oklahoma. This is going to be northeast of Okemah, about 10 miles, 12 miles. And this is going to Okmulgee.
Oh, the track it's taken is more northerly, which would bring it more threatening to Okmulgee,
yeah,
than the western sides of Okmulgee.
Yeah, it has wobbled, and we know
yeah,
that. It definitely has wobbled. So the tornado continues on the ground. Clearly, there it is. You can see the debris. Even though the condensate is still hanging up, the debris is clearly in the air. Look at the wall cloud there. That's a classic, right?
And
tornado.
where that's headed, it's not on this map, but just to the west of Okmulgee, there are 2 lakes there, some of my favorite lakes in the entire state. Dripping Springs Lake and Okmulgee Lake are over there. Lots of homes, lots of folks. People camp there all week long.
Right.
So hopefully folks are paying attention in Okmulgee County.
Okay, where is that Dripping Springs Lake from Okmulgee?
Here, I'll zoom it in here and take the precip off, and I'll show
Do
you.
we have Vaughn Castor back in the house?
We have Sky News 6 instead of Vaughn at the moment.
We have Darren instead of Vaughn?
We have Sky News. We have Channel 6's helicopter.
Yeah, I think we need to swap that out for Vaughn shot.
Okay, take a look on the map on Links 3. You can see those 2 lakes.
I'm just saying his shot's a lot. He's on the ground northeast of it. It's coming right at him.
See the 2 lakes?
Oh, yeah,
There's
okay.
Dripping Springs Lake,
Okay.
and that's Okmulgee Lake.
Okay, so yeah, and there's Vaughn right there. So the tornado's back here. Once again, there's the tornado. Again, right here. It's coming up on the small community of Sunrise, or just west of Sunrise. Golly.
And David, I do want to point out that the storm just north of Kingfisher has gone severe.
Okay.
And
all
we've
right.
got a track ready on Links 4.
All right, let's go back to Links 4. Thank you, Cassie. And let's go back to Links 4. It's kind of lifting to the north. Hennessy, 6 o'clock. How close are we? All right, 5:39. Hennessy, 6 o'clock. Douglas, 6:08. Bison, 6:13. Vance, 6:35. Breckenridge, 6:39. And Enid, roughly at about 6:43. Lamont at about 7:08. And these are going up in an environment that they can produce tornadoes, so we need to keep an eye on these. We've got Bobby Payne here. All right, we're going to bring, hey, Justin, are you bringing these guys back to the west? Yes. Okay. Bobby's going to have some help here. We've got 2 storms going up there. All right, so we've got the action right now. We'll give you the big view. We'll kind of back out here. So that storm now, by the way, in Kingfisher County, that is severe right now. Look at the tornado there on the ground. That picture right there, that is a strong, that's going to be an EF2, possibly an EF3 tornado on the ground. You're seeing it live right now on News 9 from Alan Brosey, and it's out of our viewing area. Okay, but look at the tornado. All right, folks, it's not a ragged tornado. When it's ragged, often the winds are maybe not as strong. It's very laminar. It's very smooth. And every now and then you'll see some little waves rippling up the cone. And that tells me that has been in the same spot, guys. That is nearly the same spot it was 3 or 4 minutes ago. That is nearly the same spot.
Yeah, it's still moving more northerly than easterly right now.
Yeah, it's crawling away from him.
Which gives folks in Okmulgee longer to take shelter.
Yeah, anybody that knows anybody that cares about anybody in Okmulgee, they need to be going to a safe spot. And if you live west of Okmulgee, you need to be going to your safe spot. But Okmulgee, you're in the firing line right now. That tornado was on the ground. Let's go back to Alan and get a quick update. Alan, debris in the air, tornadoes on the ground. And Alan, that picture has not changed in the last 5 minutes. Go ahead.
You calling me?
Yeah, go ahead, Alan. I said your shot hasn't changed much in the last 5 minutes.
The tornado has intensified, David. It's a very stout cone tornado, probably 300 yards wide at least. From the damage we've driven through, we've had damage path off and on with a lot of trees and structures over here in this community. It's not moving very fast right now. It's kind of anchored. which is bad for the people that live around this thing. But yeah, it's a pretty stout tornado, David. It's still on the ground doing damage. Back to you.
No doubt about it. Okay, so there's a tornado, and it's not quite as visible as it was. A little bit of rain coming in around it, but Alan's going to get back in position. Okay, let's go to Lynx 3 and show you what's – look at that, man. It just continues. Okay, the tornado's right here. All right, so here's Okfuskee County. All right, Okfuskee County's there. This is Okmulgee County, and there's the town of Okmulgee right there, and it's kept – there's the hook, and you clearly see where the tornado is. It's right here. It's just – man, it just barely missed a small community of Sunrise. All right, so it's going to Okmulgee, all right?
We've got another shot vantage point of the tornado. This is from JD. Now, he comes out of these trees. He's in the trees.
Let's go back. All right, JD is right here. He's a little farther east. There's JD's spot. Let's go back. And
now it's frozen. He's just in and out of the trees, and, man, you can see that cone.
All right, we're watching it. When his shot comes back, we'll go back to that. Okay, guys, we got these storms here, and these are obviously in a very favorable environment, so we'll have to keep an eye on those. Okay, let's back out here. And once again, this tornado continues to be on the ground. You've been watching it live right here on News 9 from Alan Brosey.
Yeah, headed towards Dripping Springs and Okmulgee Lake.
Okmulgee Lake and Dripping Springs Lake. It's going to those lakes. If you know anybody who
JD's
lives
shot
there,
is back up.
let's go to JD's shot. Can we see the tornado in his shot? Not as good as Alan's.
No.
Not as good as Alan's.
Great shot a while ago, but not like it is.
All right, he's trying to get back in position as well. Okay. All right, let's go back to Lynx 3. And good news about southern Oklahoma here. These are just kind of hanging on down here, not doing a whole lot.
Okay.
Right, Pauls Valley, back to Velma. Showers here, not doing much. And again, we have severe storms up north. These are not tornadic. They're lifting north up into Kingfisher County and northern Logan County. These are severe, but they're not tornadic. Let's take a look at shear rate, guys.
David, that storm that Hank is on, though, just north of Pauls Valley, it is starting to come up a little bit more.
Okay. All right, we'll go back down to that. Yeah, here it is, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Wow, I took my eyes off that for 5 minutes, and wow, that is getting stronger. Okay, we'll go back in and, oh, yeah, look at Hank's shot. Okay. All right, so severe storm now moving through Dover. It's going to Hennessy. It's going to try to make its way up towards Bison, and then from there up to Douglas and Fairmont. It's going to ride along and east of Highway 81, moving north-northeast at about 25 to 30 miles an hour. Okay, so it is severe. It's not tornadic. It's just severe. Wind 60, maybe 70 miles per hour, nickel and dime, maybe some quarter-size hail. And the storm here in northern Logan County, it's basically it's still severe.
There's north winds right now. I can show you where the boundary is, David, in Marshall. So just the northern portions of Logan County. So that storm hopefully will lose some steam as it moves a little bit further to the north.
Yeah, that's what happened with that.
Exactly. Yeah, if you want to go on Lynx 1, you can see the boundary real quick.
Let's go to Lynx 1 here just real quick and take a look at the winds here on Lynx 1. And there's the warm front. Everything south of this, the atmosphere is very, very unstable. So they have a north wind in Noble County right now?
Along the warm front to the north is a north wind, yes.
All right. Dew points are still respectable, though.
Yes.
But still, yeah. Okay. All right, let's go to Hank. Let's go back to southern Oklahoma here. Storm down near Pauls Valley. Yeah, it's getting stronger for sure. Let's go to Hank. And Hank, your storm, it's been hanging around. It's now getting stronger. Give me an update on that storm down there that's beginning to take off.
Yeah, David, we're sitting here just north of it, looking back south at it. And so, it's come up in the last few minutes. It didn't look like much a few minutes ago. It's a pretty small storm, but we're going to stay right here with it and let it come up over us and see if it intensifies and move north with it, David. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Hang on. Just give me a few minutes here. Okay. Let's okay. Great job, Hank. And there's the lowering from Hank. Let's go to Lynx 3. Let me show you what it looks like. And that's that storm right here. All right. We got to, like we said, all day today, we've got to watch all of these storms. And that's really coming up. That's really coming up right there. I tell you what, let's get him on this. Yep. He's right here, right? Yeah. Okay, it's in his back door. Okay, thank you, Greg. Yep. Hook developing now where Hank is. And, wow, you have Tulsa radar on. Okay, I see that. I'm just looking up on Lynx 2. Okay, so we need to watch this. This storm is nearly severe. Look at the hook beginning to develop. Hank has got the big rain-free base, and Hank's going to get back in position. Pardon me. As this is going to move to the northeast. Let's do a storm track on that, Cassie, if we can. And this is moving northeast at, what, 35 right now? Okay. I want to point out there's nothing severe here in Oklahoma City. We had a big storm down here earlier that looked like it was going to come right up I-44, and you know what? It didn't. And that thing is completely gone now. That storm that we had earlier is completely gone. So what we have left, though, is this new storm down here. And it looks to me like everything that's been east of I-35 so far has been in the better environment. Maybe it's the low-level winds or a little more favorable or whatever. But we got to keep an eye on that, okay? And let's go to Links 4 here. Let's do a storm track.
And that is going severe now, David.
Okay, going to severe. And, hey, Justin Rudisell, make sure Hank gets eastbound and down on that because that thing is hauling. It's still moving. He's got to keep ahead of it. I know Hank will. Okay, so storm track, Rosedale, 6 o'clock. Tribby at about 6:23. Macomb, 6:28. Shawnee, 6:51. OBU, 7 o'clock. Sparks, 7:28. Davenport at about 7:40. That's that storm right there, okay? So it's going to go up through southeastern Cleveland County. You folks in Pottawatomie County, heads up. It's coming your way. If you live in St. Louis, back to the west, Wanette, you're not out of the woods yet. It might actually make a bend towards Wanette. It's developing a hook now, and Hank's right there. Okay, Hank's right there. So that is a storm we're going to have to watch. We'll see what it does. It could go up and weaken. It could weaken for sure, but we'll see. Okay, so let's go to the northern storm here. And do we have any tornadoes on the ground still from Alan? I don't see Alan's shot. There it is. Okay. Okay, so we got to watch that storm down south. Okay? And Jim Gardner's on that storm down south. We have Bobby Payne up on this storm. We've got Marty Logan coming back in from the northeast. The first storm is no longer even alive. Let's go back up here. Is it gone? Yeah, look, it's gone. That's that first storm that was severe. That was the storm we had the tornado warning on. Look at that. Look what's happened to that. I mean, you get up north of this warm front, and these things are dying. They're dying. That's why I haven't really thought that the highest tornado threat would be in far northern Oklahoma. This area is still in the zone, okay? We got to watch these. But once you get so far north, that tornado threat is less. It's less right now. Okay, so severe storm. Bobby's on, and he's looking at it. Let's look at Bobby's shot here. He's going to be right here in eastern Logan County. He's at really level. Looking back to the west, this does have some shear beginning to develop now. A little bit of shear southeast and east of Dover. It's going up right up Highway 81. It's going to go to Hennessy. This storm is getting bigger, definitely increasing. Bobby Payne's going to be there. And we've got Alan Brosey, obviously off to our east, and we've got Marty Logan coming in from the east. Okay? All right, so I'm just getting my bearings straight here. Justin, Bobby's doing okay. He's headed westbound, and what's he see in his shot? What's he see back in there? Anything good? Let's go to Bobby. Let's just ask him. Let's go to Bobby Payne, get an update. Bobby, that storm is still to your west. It's developing a tighter gradient. Mesocyclone is now beginning to slowly increase, Bobby Payne. Just west of you, it's going to be still obviously in Kingfisher County. Can you see the base from where you are? Or are you just a little too far east?
Right now, Dave, I'm a little bit too far to the east, but right now I'm on muddy roads. But I'm looking back to the southwest, and I'm starting to see the base. I'm in trees and stuff like that in hills right now, but right now I got to kind of take it real slow because of the muddy roads. But I should be in position here within about 10 or 15 minutes, so I can look back to the west. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Bobby. He's en route. He'll be there shortly on that severe storm. He's not too far away. Nothing tornadic out of that, but it is starting to spin a little bit of a spin. Okay. Wow. Let's go to some of the tornado video that we've had today, and we've had a lot. We've had small, weak, big tornadoes. This is going to be at least right now an EF2.
That is correct, Dave.
By looking at that, you can hear Alan there. That was live on the air on News 9 over in Okfuskee County, going into Okmulgee County on our eastern fringe of our viewing area. And that storm, again, produced that tornado. It was on the ground for quite a while. That was that southern storm. And once again, Alan was all over that when it was going on the ground. It crossed I-40 as a multiple vortex tornado, but that was a little bit earlier. That's a pretty substantial tornado. That tornado will kill you. All right, that's going to be an EF2. And at this point, it kind of slowed down and began to lift to the north. Wow, what is Vaughn see? Does he still have it on the ground? And Vaughn shot?
If he's looking at it, it looks like it's lifted.
Okay, let's go back to Vaughn. Let's take Vaughn's shot here. And Vaughn is still right there.
I mean, it looks like he's in Okmulgee, and his GPS says he's in Okmulgee. So
wow, look at that
he's
shot.
looking at it. That's a great news if that's what
wow.
it looks like right now.
That shot looks amazing, and that is Vaughn. And
we do have Alan's shot back and him on Gettner. Okay.
All right, we'll take him here in just a second. Wow, look at that. That's at Okmulgee. Is that where he is?
Yes. See him
yeah.
right there.
Okay, that's it. It's lifted. We know that. So there's Okmulgee, and that wall cloud's going to go right over town. Sure looks like it to me, or maybe, yeah. I wish we could talk to Vaughn. I wonder if the sirens are going off. They need to be if they're not, because this thing could easily ramp back up. This has produced a fairly intense tornado that was on the ground for quite a while that Alan Brosey had alive. Okay, let's go back to Alan. Alan is back to the southwest now. Let's check in with Alan Brosey and get an update. And Alan, a couple of areas of rotation there. Give me an update on what you're seeing. Go ahead.
Okay, David, this thing is re-intensifying. It's roping out, but we've got the rope phase right in front, and it's on the ground. It looks like it's all the way to the ground now. We've got a lot of leaf debris and leaf litter falling from in the sky now. Yeah, this thing's roping out. Have you guys got our shot?
Yeah. I'm
okay,
sorry.
yeah, it's roping out right now.
Yeah, there it is.
About halfway down to the ground, though, the condensation funnel's still spinning.
Yeah.
Now we've got two funnels. We've got one to the left and one to the right.
Okay.
Two funnels rotating in the sky out of the same rotation.
Okay. Wow. Wow. So, Alan,
very
here's the deal.
bizarre storm.
You know, it's a crazy storm because just to your east, Vaughn is in Okmulgee, and he's got that eastern circulation, same storm, and it's just a big, mean-looking wall cloud. Alan, how about that? So,
well, I can tell you what that is. The center of the rotation here is up under the umbrella. The wall cloud is lower on the outsides of it. And if that makes sense to you, where the center of the rotation is up under, if you can imagine, an umbrella, and the tornado was up in the center of the umbrella. Okay, it's roping out, guys.
All right, we can't see it. We can't really see it in your shot right there, but we believe you. We saw it earlier, about 3 or 4 minutes ago, but it looks like now we can't see it in the shot. But
yeah.
Wow, what a storm, Alan! What a storm. That is a big storm. It is a beast for sure. All right, well, let's go back to Lynx 3, and let's get back in down here. Now, this storm, again, it is severe. It's now headed to Rosedale and to Box and up towards Eason, right? Tom and Rob are coming in from the east. Hank is right here. It's got a hook on it. It's not crazy yet. We've not gone into hyper mode, but we're still watching it. It doesn't mean it's going to produce a tornado. We've had more storms today that have not produced tornadoes than have produced, and that's normally how it works out, right? But let's go to Hank and get an update from Hank. And Hank, I tell you what, that storm is getting stronger. It is severe. We're watching it. Go ahead, give me an update.
David, it's still got a pretty high base with it. It is growing, and it's really lunging off, so we're trying to bust east so we can get out in front of it again. We watched the back edge of it. The updraft is on the far southwest flank of the storm. But like I say, it's a pretty high base right now. There's no lowering with it. It's a flat base at that. So we'll keep with it and see what happens with it. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Good job there, Hank. And he'll stay with it. And we're going to hunt these things down until they're completely gone, folks. So this is down in southern Oklahoma. Again, let's go back to Lynx 3 and check out the convection, the storms up north. Bobby Payne right here. We've got a hook now developing southeast of Hennessy. Bobby Payne making his way there slowly but surely. And roads are not good. And Marty Logan's moving. And I'm trying to see where Marty... Okay. Hey, Justin, what's the plan for Marty? Bringing him south, going west? Yes. Okay. because we need to keep an eye on both of these, right? These are still in an unfavorable environment to get a tornado. We'll see what it does, but Bobby's going to get close, right? Bobby's going to get in here, and we'll see what the hook's right here. What's shear rate look like out of that? Anything going on with shear rate? Yeah, there it is.
You can see the rotation, yeah, and on velocity.
What's velocity? Anything? There's shear rate. Yeah. Okay. It's right here. It's right here. So there it is. I mean, there might be a couple of areas of spin, but for sure the one.
Yeah, it's kind of all stretched out.
Yeah. It's still the one, right? This is the main one, but the back, more storms, kind of the flanking line, try to fill in back here. Trying to fill in back there. By the way, one of our tower cams ought to have a pretty good shot of that from here. So a little bit of a hook moving there, going up there, and then we've got this thing going up here. So this storm is severe right now, and we've got, is Jim back in position, or is that 6 I'm looking at?
That's 6.
Okay, that's 6. There's a wall cloud. That's either on the ground. Let's take that shot. Let's take our sister station. Let's take their shot from their chopper. This is our second chopper. We have 2, right? And they're tracking that tornado there. Right now it's I really wish you would get in a little bit tighter on this.
Yeah, with all the moisture, it's hard to see.
Yeah, you got to get in. You got to get in low and hard, and you got to zoom in. But anyway, it looks like it might be on the ground. That's going to be just to the southwest of Okmulgee. There's Sky News 6. Okay, I see where they are now. Yeah, that's nearly on the ground. God, I wish they'd zoom in. If they could zoom in, we could really take a closer look. Anyway, that's going to be now east of Okmulgee, where Vaughn is. It's east of town now. There's a circulation, and wow, okay, so we're watching that. That's off in eastern Oklahoma, but we're watching it. Okay, let's come back to what's going on in the viewing area now. And that thing put on a show. I mean, it put on multiple tornadoes. Look at the hook now on that storm going up into Okmulgee County. It's going to miss most of Tulsa. But if you live in, southeast Tulsa County, you need to keep an eye on that, okay? All right, so back here we have this one storm that Jim's getting down on. And this thing is severe. We're watching it. And Hank's right there looking right at it. It's lifting north. And it's not too big and bad right now. It's severe. Threats are going to be nickel and dime, maybe quarter-size hail. All right, then from there it's going to head up towards the northeast. Jim's coming in from the north. Hey, Greg. Just you can see what's going on here. Just have him drop in on the east side. Yeah, just come around. Yeah, it's all good. Have him come around on the east side and come back on this thing. Okay? All right, so we've lost count how many tornadoes we've had today. We've had quite a few east of Oklahoma City, in Seminole County, and we didn't have any in Hughes County, right? It was just Seminole and...
It went north of Hughes County,
Yeah, it went north of Hughes County. So the whole thing began in Seminole County, really, with those storms over there. And I'm looking at Channel 6's shot. Yep, it's definitely off the ground now. Well, maybe. Okay, so Jim's coming in from the north. Hank is still there. And this storm down here, it is still severe as it lifts to the north at about 30 miles per hour, right? It's right here. This storm is severe. Oh, it's getting a little bit. It's kind of having, it's a good thing because it's having some problems. It goes up, it goes down, but it's still what we call a supercell. It is still a rotating thunderstorm.
Yeah, Hank has a shot now, and it's pretty high-based.
Yeah, let's go to Hank and take a look at it. And Hank, what do you think? Yeah, that's about what it looks like on radar, Hank. It's kind of looks like it's a little bit elevated, not quite rooted all the way. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Sorry, I'm going through the jungle right now, but I'll pop out here in a second. Yeah, it looks pretty high base. Man, it's moving really fast. I'm having to drive, pretty consistent to stay with it. So it does have a little bit better looking base right now, but it's still high. But I do see just a little bit of a cut to the base where there's actually the start of a lowered base where for like the last 15 minutes it's just been all flat. So it doesn't appear that there's no immediate threat right now, but I really thought it was dying, but it's starting to visually look a little bit better. So looks like I'm coming on top of a hill right here. You might be able to get a shot of that base. Patty, see if you can get a shot of that. This little lowered area starting just a little bit. So like I say, it's not real super impressive, but there is a little bit of a lowering right there, or a lowered area of the base you can see where it's been really high base, and it's trying to get just a little bit lower, but I don't see anything imminently threatening with it, David. Back to you.
Okay. All right, Hank. And also, Hank, I want to just kind of point this out. There's another cell trying to go up to your southwest, okay? Actually, 2 storms now beginning to develop, Hank, just southeast of Rush Springs, and then also one just south of Lawton. Okay, so we've got to worry about those. We've got Tom down there. So, Justin, we are shuffling people around like crazy today. Justin, Tom, back west and south?
Yeah, I have Tom coming back southwest, and
Yeah.
then Val's going to come down 44 again because just like Lacey mentioned, kind of to you, the latest data still says we get more storms that develop out southwest.
Yeah, and that's really what the data has been saying all day.
Low-level jet.
I know, right? And the low-level jet should get stronger a little bit. The winds try to back a little bit, don't they?
And the low-level jet, how you guys were mentioning earlier, has been from 35 east.
Right.
It hasn't been that strong to the west.
Right.
So if it back builds to the west, that might change the atmosphere enough to keep those storms sustained and not weakening.
Yeah. No, it's definitely been an I-35 thing and an eastern Oklahoma thing for sure. East central Oklahoma. Yes, I will, Jen. I've got like 40 people talking to me. Actually, it's just one, but it seems like 40. All those voices in my head. Okay, so the one severe storm, Jim Gardner's on. Do we have Jim shot? Is he there yet? He's coming in from the east.
He's fixing to roll around.
Okay, he's going to roll around. I see Vaughn shot, and this storm is severe. We just talked to Hank. It's severe. It's going to Easton. We got to watch this, though. It's still in a favorable environment. And let's jump back into southwestern Oklahoma. This is why we can't turn the TV off. And let me show you why. This right here. Here's Oklahoma City. See this going up? This worries me, right? Because it's the beginning of a storm. Is it going to do something? We don't know. It's going to try. It's in an environment where it's very unstable. But we've had many of these things today that have gone up. They've gone for a while, and then they've died. And that might happen. So we'll see, though. But this would try to lift up into the city, and so would this now over Lawton and Geronimo. So we have to keep an eye on this. Okay, we have to keep an eye on that. We'll check in with Jim coming up here in a few minutes. Guys, I tell you what, it's been a wild afternoon. Kelly and Amanda, I mean, how many tornadoes? A dozen? At least maybe a dozen now in eastern Oklahoma. We're tracking severe weather in the north and new severe weather developing south of Oklahoma City. We'll pitch it back to you guys at the news desk.
All right, David. That storm out near Okemah, that was stout. Marty had an impressive shot of that. It was a strong tornado.
Yes, and we have crews checking on any damage around that area.
Here in the metro area, we're still dealing with the effects of the heavy rainfall and the flooding, and just got a warning sent down from the city of Oklahoma City.
A big concern right now. They are fearing that a dam at a private lake in northeast Oklahoma City could potentially fail.
That's right. It is called Lakeside at Oakdale. It's $1 million addition in there. They have a long, skinny lake that goes right down Air Depot from south to north, and the dam is up at 115th Street. And there are a lot of homes below that dam.
So we're talking about the Lakeside at Oakdale addition, and then to the north of that, Shadow Ridge, which is going to be closer to the 122nd, northeast 122nd area. That's another area of concern. Let me tell you what the roads are that the city really wants people to pay attention to. So listen to these roads. If you know people who live in these areas, let them know there's a possibility of the dam failing. They said it could cause flash flooding along and west of Air Depot across northeast 115th. So they're saying if you live near Autumn Road and Air Depot between northeast 115th and northeast 122nd, you are most at risk right now. And one other road that they want people to maybe consider taking precautions is if you live along Old County Road, which is right in that area as well. They're saying it has not broke, it has not failed yet, the dam there at this private lake, but there is a possibility of it, especially if we get any more rain. So they want us to pass that word along to you.
And that would be, if the water, they're concerned about the water going west more than Shadow Ridge, it would be in the River Oaks edition, down by the River Oaks Golf Course. If that helps you locate it a little bit, down in the far northeast corner of River Oaks, down where number 2 is. in that area. So
okay,
it's just something to keep an eye on, and we'll keep you updated as we get more information.
We absolutely will. One other thing quickly to pass along, Pauls Valley, the high school there, they've opened up the gymnasium. They say they're going to keep it open all night long in case anybody in that area needs a safe place to go.
Yep, let's go back to David Payne now for the update. David, it's not over yet. Things are still kind of percolating out there.
Yeah, you know, they are, and some of the data is still trying to crank out a couple of big storms to the south of the metro, and they try to bring them into Oklahoma City here this evening. That's what we've been worried about. We would get a couple of waves of storms, not only this afternoon, but now going into this evening, possibly another wave developing to our south. Let's go to Jim Gardner. He's on this storm down here. It is severe. It's not tornadic, but it is severe there. There's the base. It's a little bit high, and you can tell by looking at that, that is not a tornado-warned storm by any means. It's not tornadic. It is severe, though, and it does have some weak mid-level rotation. Let's go to Jim Gardner and get an update on that storm. Jim, go ahead.
Well, that's right, David. This is a very high base. Really nothing too exciting about it, but you know, just as nowadays, just as severe as we pan to the right, David, is all the rain that is falling out in front of this thing. Now the rain's almost as bad as having a tornado because we just can't stand any more water. But as far as this storm goes, it's very high base, David. I don't see any low-level rotation or anything like that. We'll keep you updated. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Jim. We'll stay with this one here as it heads up towards Truesdale and, again, just west of Wanette. We're tracking it. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this commercial. Stay with News 9. We'll keep you advised.
The end of the practice is when we do all of our intensity drills. She was going at it.
Stop.